Right, okay folks, hopefully we're back on. I had to generate a brand new stream, and I'm not sure what my problem is here with this crash that I've just had. I'm sure it was, I was trying to blame the graphics card upgrade, but I don't think it was. I think it was more to do, something to do with Adobe. Because the error report I saw was more to do with Adobe. Right, okay, well I've got a secondary problem now. I can't scroll around the screen with a mouse. Yes I can, yes I can. Right, okay, stop panicking, Mike. Okay, it's dark as we can see here, so let's take stock at what's happened so far. I think I've got to do that piece in the track again into Bolokov to get the station in. That's where it all went a little bit pear-shaped, but hopefully this time, by the time we get a bit of daylight in, we'll be able to see what we're doing. Railway track's about here. There it is. Let's get that into sign. All the night workers are still doing their stuff. That's good. Right, as I say, we're on a sort of beta version at this very moment of Soviet Republic, because as I say, since my latest update, I've got these new menu bars at the bottom here displaying 1 to 0, which I say, rather than scroll around the whole map, which is absolutely huge, I think we can select towns and villages. As long as we've got a town hall, I think is the score, by, you know, clicking the boxes up there. What happens if I don't do that? Let's have a look. Not much at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I've got nothing saved at the moment, so that's not going to work. But we can experiment with that as we progress through the game today. It's a bit loud in it with all them trucks there. Right, okay, daylight at last. Okay, we're going to put our station in here, so let's select our railway tracks here in the infrastructure. And like I was saying before, you need to, if you're going to insert a railway station, what's going on here? Right. Oh, it's because I'm on roads. I've been a plank already, and we've just started. Do you know what it is? It's when something goes wrong with the stream, it really puts you off. And I'm looking around at the moment just to make sure that things are okay, and nothing else is going to bloody crash. But there you go. But I can't blame the game for this. It is something wrong that's happened on my laptop. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, using a laptop in the first place isn't the best thing. But, you know, it is what it is at this very moment. Right, so if I can get my station in here... see, I knew it. We're right up against the... what's its name things up there, aren't we? Right, okay, well, I can get away with that by just bringing this back a little bit more. So there, and back to the station. I want a pretty large station. I don't want the small one, because I'm hoping to get lots of people up to that mine. Right, trick here. As you can see that the rotation's pretty coarse, but if you want to address that, if you keep your finger on the left control button, it's a little bit more precise, as you can see there. So, oh dear, I didn't shift back those power lines as much as I should have. I think that's the best I'm gonna get at the moment. So, okay, I'm gonna go. Oh god, there's a slope on there as well. That's as good as it gets at this very moment. So what I'm going to do is readjust how these lines come in. So there's going to be, you know, just that one's going to be difficult because there's a power line striding right in the way there as well. So okay, let's try that. Will it do it? Oh no, I knew it. I bloody knew it. No. Oh man, I'm going to have to shift all them power lines again, aren't I? Right, okay. looks like I have no choice. I think if I move this power line here, all right, let's pause it before I cause too much power disruption. If I remove these, get rid of that, reroutes, get the old bulldozer out, get rid of the station. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is get the station built before I mess around with the power lines. Now this all goes back. I'm gonna have to unpause it for the station to demolish itself. Yeah, this goes back to a little bit of pre-planning. What I'm finding rapidly about this game is that you really do need to start planning things before you pile in and just do them. But that's the thing that I do. I tend to just pile in and do it. Nothing wrong with that, because lots of lessons learned. Right, before I do that, I'm going to flatten out, sort of get some averaging going on here with that land. As you can see, it's pretty much all over the place, and that's the problem. Yeah, there's that script again. Command 32, Command XC. What the hell's that? That's just popped up again and whacked off my stream, and then I get a blank screen like this. Oh, we're back. Okay, but it's took me over the border. Now that's strange, that little script, and that's only happened since I've done two things today. One was upgrade the drivers on the graphics card, the built-in graphics card on this laptop, and the second thing I done was Adobe decided to do an update, and since them two things I've had this script come up and it knocks off like the secondary video monitor. So I'm going to have to get to the bottom of that. Anyway, we're going to have to try and persevere with it at this very moment. But anyway, this is the lesson here, is get the land as flat as you can. And in actual fact, what I'm going to do is use the footprint of the station to try and get as much sort of equalised here as I can. There as well. I do find that there's certain points on this map that are it's pretty soft ground, and some of it's harder than others. But I don't know. You know, you can't physically feel that, obviously, but it does feel that way. Certainly when you're laying track down, railway track, you tend to get the feeling that certain bits of ground are more flexible than others. Right. Hopefully this time I can get that in there. Oh God, see what I mean there? Is that going to sort itself out? I bet it won't. No. So let's try a little bit. No, I'm not going to have much luck here with it. Let's go. Oh, see, going that way, it's not too bad. Right, and then can you tease it a little bit further? Come on, tease it, tease it, tease it, tease it. No, it's not having it. I think what we're going to have to do is trick it a little bit. If you do little bits at a time. He says, you know, talk about trying to talk as if you know what you're talking about. That hasn't worked at all, hasn't it? Okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this piece here and see if we can come in at a different angle. That's not going to happen because I've got it on pause at the moment. But right, let's delete that bit of track. Let's take that a tad backwards. Let's try it with the I'm going to use the average terrain this time. Use a bit more of a spread on it. God, yes, that's terrible. That really is a bit flaky there. Right, the problem I got there is there's infrastructure here, so it won't shake around it. But maybe coming in from a little bit of different angle. I mean, look at that. That's oh, I'll tell you what. We might be lucky here. Oh God, that's a stroke of luck. That's certainly not via skill. Right, so we've got our track in there. We'll have to bring our second track in because we've got an up-down set up here. Going that way. There you go. Get in there. Bosh bosh. Okay. Follow the curve through the power lines onto there. Fantastic. Success. and we can see how, yeah, that I mean, because if 9 times out of 10 when you've got a bit of track laid down, if you put a second track next to it, it's normally pretty happy. But there's some strange things going on here. Let's zoom in a bit and try that. Go from there. Building in the way. There's no building there. See, coming from a different angle, and everything's fine. On to there. Right. Okay. Now, at the moment, I'm only going to be running the goods train from this station to the border at this point. So I'm going to keep it single line. I've extended it out there for future use, as it were. But ultimately, we're going to have our passenger train running from here up to the mine. And there you go. There's for future expansion. I'm hoping to get a single line, sort of circular line going round Bolokov, as it were. I'm there. I'm just looking at my screen up there. Do you know what? I don't think this has gone live at all. I think all you're seeing. Do you know what? You're listening to me doing this, and I've not put you on the main screen. Oh God! You've been sitting there all this time. Oh, I do apologise. You can't see what I'm doing. I've had a main screen up there. See, I've been distracted with what's happened on this video problem I've got here. But see, this is what happens when you're amateur. Never going to make a YouTube star, you know. Not at this rate. Right, okay, so here we go. We've got that made. So what I'm going to have to do for purposes of putting up the stored copy of this, we're starting again. So we got our railway track in, we've got our passenger service there, we've got our coal goods pickup there, we've got a station in to pick up people from Bolokov, taking them to work, because I need more people working up at the mine at the moment. The power station we're hoping to get set up down here somewhere, and get some coal coming off this line. So we're gonna, yeah, bring it in down here by the lake. Why not? Right. There we go. Sorry about that if you've been pursuing this stream and you've just been looking at a placard. Right, okay. So what we're going to need as well is a train depot, so that when we produce the train, we're able to launch them. I wonder if I can squeeze that in there. No, that's got quite a big footprint as well. Probably going to have to go up here, make sure we've got access to both sides of the track. Well, I bet we'll have problems here getting a line out, but we'll see. Here we go. So what's going to be our up, what's going to be our down? I think this one's going to be the up and then down. Yeah, we'll keep it. I'm going to have to keep this UK style, so we're driving on the left, as it were. So that line has to go there, and then from this way we have to go there. I think that'll do us for now. We should be able to launch trains from there. More importantly, here we go, we've got to think about getting fire brigade there, because I can guarantee you with the amount of fires we've had in episode 2 in the space of 45 minutes, this is gonna pick out anywhere that you haven't got road access and the fire brigade aren't able to get to. So there you go, covering me arse there, getting some access up to my train depot. Also, look at this. Yeah, see, it's easy to forget I've got to have road access from the station as well. This one we'll put some street lights on so people can be lit up. Let's try and bring it. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that to there. So we've got fire brigade access to there, and footpaths as well. Okay, jolly good. Let's look at our bus situation. What's going on here? 8 workers on that bus. As you can see, they're all piling up to the railway station, waiting in anticipation. And I think we're going to our first little shuttle going between the station. Did I pick the right one here? No. motor wagon. Right, this one takes 115 passengers. That one takes 95, 65, 65. Yeah, we'll go for a couple of those carriages on there. I'll merge them on there, and I only need one service going at the moment because, you know, we've only got 2 stations and we're not going that far. So, okay, let's open that up. Let's tell it where it's going. First stop there, and then it's coming up to the coal mine, and that should do us. So let's launch that. Let's keep an eye on it. Here we go. Bolokov's first train service departing the depot as the sun goes down, bringing up hopefully our night shift for tonight in the Bolokov mines. Okay, so right, let's see how many passengers we pick up here. We don't want tourists, we just want workers. Great, and we got a grand total of 0. I don't think I've assigned any of the buildings. That's what it is to pick these guys up. Well, anyway, off she goes to the mine. It's a good, you know, we're only testing here. As the sun goes down, we'll see if this manages to do its route. Right, I know what I've not done. I've not done any crossovers. Okay, so I'm going to pause the train because it will... Well, hold up, I've not put any signals up yet, so it might just go up and down this one line. But what we've got to do is put some crossovers, because if we're going to have, you know, an up and a down line, it needs to cross over to the other side once it's finished at the station. But I think at this moment, because I've only got one train on, I don't need to put signals on, and it won't fall into that problem. Yeah, it's quite happy going back down the same track. Right, let's pause that because I want to see if I can assign the buildings down the road here for people to know that, you know, if they want access now to the Bolokov mine, they need to go to the train station. Bit dark again. Oh no, I don't want to tell the train to go to there. Right, okay, so this one, put the train station in. Where's... Can't even see the... See, this is another problem. I need to get power. I didn't put the power back on, didn't I? Nothing's got power, and this is another thing. People won't go to the station, obviously, if there's no power. So we're going to have to wait for a bit of daylight here for us to get that power connected back up. See? Only fools rush in, and apparently I'm a fool. So that didn't happen. Right, okay, let's get the power hooked back up. See, it's strange, isn't it? Because on the screen that I'm using to monitor the stream, I can see, you know, a little bit of daybreak on the screen, but the screen that I've got set up here to, I'm actually doing the thing on, I can't see until we got that daybreak. What are we doing there? Is that the train depot? That's the train depot. Right, okay. I want the station here. Yeah. There's people waiting and they're thinking, oh god, he's got no power. And daylight won't come until I unpause the game. Okay, so I've got plenty to review here because we've got some new options here with the car building as well. But I think we're a long way off that because that needs lots of resources such as plastics, chemicals, steel works and all that, unless you import that stuff, and then your markup on the cars that you're going to be exporting or selling to the plebs here are going to be very, very low. So it's going to be a bit of a pointless exercise until we got a bit more industry built up and going. But it's early days, like I say, patience. We have to have patience, but that's something I lack in severely. Right, okay. I think I might have to brighten up my main monitor as well, because I can see on the stream monitors, I can see what I'm doing. If I look at the monitor that I'm actually doing stuff on, as I say, it's a bit dark, so I'm going to have to adjust that, I think. Right, okay, let's take a bit of a vodka break. And if you think I was joking about the dancing girls in the chat thing that I put out earlier, No, we got Combrig's Bolokov's Dancing Girls making an appearance when I fancy taking a break a little bit later on. Come on, let's speed this up a bit. Let's get some daylight. Here we go. Daybreak. At last. Right, so I need to get my power hooked up again. Let's go and get some medium voltage pylons back up again. And let's bring that out to there. And we need a bit of angle on that. Angle of the dangle again. That's what it's all about, is angle of the dangle. Let's put that about there. Hopefully, will this be forgiving and go donk? Yes, there we go. Right, so we have power back there, and power at the station. So people, hopefully, should be able to get on the trains now. Right, well, I've got 6 people waiting at that station there for work. 13 passengers. There's people getting on now. There's only 2 got on. 0 workers. Why is it saying 0 workers? Very strange. Number of passengers waiting, 15. Number of students. Well, students, you can have a bit of a long wait because you've got your schools down here, and I haven't got a university yet. So, right, okay. Well, I think I better get this rail service operating as it should be. I need a crossover here so that it goes back on the down line rather than using the same old line here and there. And I will need signal. Whoa, what happened there? Some signals. So up to here. Oh, I might have put them a bit too close. Yeah, I did. Okay, we'll undo that. Let's take that junction out there, move it down here a bit, give things a chance to breathe. There you go. Right, so I need some signals here to let them know that this is dual working and this side's dual working, because if a train's at that platform, if we run 2 at any time, they can go into the other one. What we need here on the up line, which is coming into this junction, is a chain signal. So the chain signals, basically what happens is it allows you to run a train coming up on the up line. If a train's on this side, where it's green at the moment, it'll go blue, the signal, and it'll allow the train to go on to the other platform. Or at the situation I've got at the moment, it will make it wait until that train's left, crossed over, and left the building, as it were. So now I've got to define the track. This one don't need to be a chain, this one can be an ordinary signal. We downline there. We need to do a pretty similar thing here. Down, approaching the junction, down, approaching the junction. Upline, we'll need a signal there. And I can make this one a chain because I'm approaching a junction, and if a goods train comes in, I don't want it waiting here because the train's gone up there. I want to put a chain signal in to say, right, well, there is an open avenue, which will be this track, so you move on, as it were. You know what I mean. Right, I think my train's got confused up there by the sound of it, because I've now started to prioritise the tracks into up and down sides. And it will say, well, I ain't got nowhere else to cross the line once I get down here. Well, you will now, because I'm just about to do this for you. So the train comes down here, it'll go into the station. This isn't connected properly, as we can see here. It'll go into the station. Then we need to get it to cross back over to this side. So let's put a crossing in there. Let's sort this out, because that's causing an issue. Extend that out to there. Thank you very much. That's it. That's better. Right, we need to do the same here. This will be 2-way working. That will be 2-way working. And we need a chain signal there. 1-way working, and we need to let it know here. There you go, on 1-way as well. Let's put one just out there, so if we've got a couple of trains running, we've got a chance to get them to stack up and queue and not collide with each other. It's all about health and safety. health and safety and all that. Right, so we've got the train coming down now. He's not confused. Now I've got that sorted out for him. And you'll see what I mean when he gets to the station. You'll see exactly how this crossover junction stuff works. Right, so he's gone into the station on that side. And obviously he's only going between them two stations. Now you'll see with the signals here, he's okay to go. Anything coming into the junction, there's a red light until he crosses over and passes that next signal, which is green at the moment, and that one down here will eventually go green once he's passed it. There you go. So that's working nicely, and we should have the same at this end as well. So that's the difference between a chain signal and just a normal signal on here. It gives you some options to keep your traffic moving. It's like a look ahead type signal that gives you an option if there's an escape route, as it were. So we'll see this operating in motion again. You'll see the train cross over on its way back. Did that take anyone up? There's absolutely no one on that train. Maybe it's because the bus is cheaper, or more of my workers run away. Okay, so here we go, crossover. So this is happening the opposite way from the other station, and that should be running. Okay, happy with that. So we'll leave that there, and all we've got to do now is get our goods train going, because I'm sure now 81 tons of coal in there. Are we full up yet? Oh, far from it. But we seem to have produced 81 tons. Have we? Oh God, 6 people in the mine. I think we're going to need to get some housing up here very shortly. How many have we got in there? 5 people in the processing plant. Right. Well, let's have a look at our population situation down here in these buildings. It's time to max these out. Get some immigrants in there to work. Okay, let's get them to go to the station because we want them to make their way to the mine. A few more people in here. We've got 37 to 51. This is where the money starts to add up when you start getting immigrants in, because obviously you've got to sort of pay some tariffs on that. We're already down to 8.5 million rubles, but you know we're making progress. Okay, we'll stick them in there. We can see people going to the station already, so hopefully this will start getting production up at the mine back on track, as it were. If not, we're going to have to God, this is right down to 28 people. There's people all defecting to. Oh, I know why. So I've been distracted so much that I haven't got any facilities for these new residential buildings that I'll put in here, because they're out of reach of the shop, the grocery store down the road. So I better get onto that PDQ pretty damn quick, because otherwise they'll be defecting and going off the border. Right, let's whack them up there. 35 in there. I also think I'm going to have to make some bigger buildings as well that house much more people. Right, so whilst that's on the way, we'll assess that again in a few moments. Let's get some facilities down here for these people. Let's get a road in, so it's going to be quite close to these buildings here. We can put some infrastructure in. No, it's not going to like that, is it? Okay, we've got a road coming out there. Is that... You've got to watch this because of the footprints of the buildings, like I was explaining before. You know, you're under the impression you can squeeze quite a bit in, but yeah, don't be distracted by that. And I think things have moved around now. Whereas all the shops and things used to be in the residential building section, there's now a new section called equipment for citizens, and this is where things like your grocery store and pub and everything are now situated. Right, so I can place a grocery store in here. There's a bit of a waste, wasn't it, that bit at the end, but okay. A small store. I'm wondering, where's the road on that? That's there. If I put that there and then bring a road up the side there, would that be sufficient? Should we have a pub? We need a pub. Yep, every corner needs a pub. That's how it used to be here in the UK. Everywhere had a pub. Not so much nowadays. They're all turning into McDonald's and Indian restaurants. Right, okay, let's get some roads in. Let's have a look. There. Roads. I suppose I'm going to have to put schools and things like that in as well. Might be a little bit out of area. Let's put that in there. That there. Some footpaths. Like I say, footpaths are the key. Without footpaths, people don't want to know. So link that up. Let's bring that to there. Oh, that's going to be a bit tight, isn't it, there? Okay, well, we can link up there. We have a link from there to there. There we go. We've got people already coming down using the facilities. So let's check for that building. Is it in reach? Yeah. Okay. In reach. Bit more work on the footpaths, I think. Yeah. Okay, it's gone dark again, so you're pretty restricted on what you can do in the dark. So let's put that double time. Left, right, left, right. There we go. Let's speed things up a little bit. Right, so we've got some facilities down here. I think the next thing we do need is more housing, and we're going to go for a big housing estate around these new facilities we put. We're going to put some on the waterfront down here, I think, and so then some coming down to the left here where my arrow's currently indicating, and hopefully we should have more than enough workers by the time we get this lot built as well. So okay, I'm going to continue that road that's on a bend there, go down to there like that. Let's see, will it let us? Okay, we can bring that into there, bit of a junction. I wonder if we can squeeze some housing in there. Let's see. Right, we need some biggies this time. No messing around. Maximise. Oh god, these are bigger, much bigger. Right, okay. Right, I think we're going to have to put one. We can squeeze one in here. Let's see if we can get away with. There you go. There we go. Flatten out the ground. We're going to have to manually put in one road there. Another one here, if we can squeeze in it. Oh, just. That's pap. That really is the footprint. That's pap. Right, we can get one in there at an angle. Right, let's get some roads to them. So what's that? That's I think there's 174 in each block here. So we're nearly, we're near close to an extra 300 people. Like I say, it's very important that you get that right with the amount of people for these facilities and these industries, because like I say, you've got 2 or 3 shifts a day that you have to cater for. Okay, right, so that's them in there. Have they got power? Let's check. Marvellous, that one's got power. We might have to get some down here. Oh no, we're in. Okay, right, some footpaths. Footpaths are the key. If you want your citizens to do anything, you must provide footpaths. Otherwise, they just give up. Let's come out a bit there. Let's go there. Across there. To there. That one can come out to there. That one can link up with that. Bit of a shortcut for people. And this one can come down to the road here. Right, okay, so that's a few more people there. And I might back to back a couple more buildings, but we'll see how we go here. How many people now we got waiting at the station? Oh, that's more like it. 68 workers waiting for work. And let's see how many actually do get on the train. That's the key. How many do actually turn up for work? Oh, there's a few on there. 61 workers. Let's see where they go and then check the population of the amount of workers we've got in the mine up here. So let's speed that out, forward wind that. The train doesn't really go this fast, it's me just put it on double speed. Okay, here we go. I have to rename this Bolokov mine. So at the moment it's was it Karabadag or something like that. Okay, off they get, off the train. We're going to mount the train. Here they all go. Look at this. It's a massive rush for work. They all want work. Just interested to see. Well, we've got some coming off the bus as well. So it's about a 50-50 split. Mind you, this lot are all going into the mine. So that should really get our production up. So I've got to pull my finger out and get some of this coal shifted. So I'm going to do a 50-50 split. Right, our storage amount's going up. Slowly but surely. 3 tons. That's not a lot. Not a lot. Out of 25 tons. But like I say, we've really got to get the amount of workers up here. And I think a shortcut to that is to start to expand the area up here as well. If we can get some housing in behind there, it's a bit hilly, might have to flatten out. Maybe down here. I'll get some housing down here and some facilities. Or, yeah, that's pretty slopey, isn't it? But I think that's our next move. Let's just see how many more on this train now. We've got 17 workers going up there, but the buses are still doing a good job of getting people up there. I'm quite surprised, actually. Let's see what we are there. 13 workers in, you know, that's not so bad because you only need 15 in there. This is slowly going up. So hopefully our production will start to increase pretty significantly. Ah, right, see, I was looking at this. That's gone up incredibly, right? So we've got 153 tons already. So we want to store that item. Okay, it's time to start thinking about our goods train. We're going to have to do something pretty similar here with a crossover, because we don't want that getting confused as well. So, and I think we'll do that around here, because I'm going to have quite a few coal. Oh, there we go. Let's see if this. Yeah, will it let me though? Can I get away with it here? Well, let's try it here. Yeah. Have I done that the right way around? Yeah, that's okay. So it's going to come up here. This is the up line into the yard. That'll be two-way, and then when it needs to exit, it'll come down here and in. If I do a double diamond, or a diamond crossover, that means I can have 2 trains in the platform at the same time. Because if a train is on this up line in there filling up, and another train comes along here, if I put a chain signal in it, it'll say, right, well, you're cleared to go onto this line and fill up as well, so I can get 2 trains in there at the same time. But you have to be careful what you do with the signalling here, and this is how we do the signalling. So first thing we're going to do is tell it that when you get past this point, it's two-way, so trains can go up and down here. When a train is coming into the junction, we need to put what they call a chain signal in, which will tell it, it'll be green if they're both clear here. If this lane has got a train in the depot, this signal will go blue, telling the train that you can go onto this side. That's how you do that with a chain signal. You couldn't do that with an ordinary signal. You have to put a chain signal there. And that's basically how that works. You can see here, that signal's gone blue here because there's a train on the platform. But it's telling you that you can go ahead either straight into the depot. Well, that's for the goods train really, because I haven't got a diamond set up yet up there. I've only got the 1 passenger train, but we'll show you that as we go along. Yeah, it took me a while to get my head round train signalling. I still don't think I've got enough people for the mine, because when the shift changes, look, it goes down to about 38 people when you've got a few odd people coming off the bus, which is good. It, you know, it keeps production going. Yeah, well, up to 174, so it takes a while, and I think the only way around that, if I run one goods train and get it to load up and wait there until it's full, but I'm going to do small runs at the moment, because I need to sort out the power station, which I'm thinking of putting down here, because what I want to do is load 50% of whatever that makes up there into the power station, and then the other 50% off to the border here to sell. And once we've got the power station, we can do two things. We can sell half the coal, and then we can export our power that we produce into this network here back over to that side. So we're a little bit more self-sufficient then. But I think we've got a bit of way to go with this production. And what I'm going to do up here for a little bit of sort of high-rise tower block resources here in terms of residential buildings. Oh, there we go. We've got a few more people coming now. See what I mean with the shift changes? We've got 62, so that production should go up significantly once we've got a few more people in the mines. We're at 0.16 of 20 tons being stored locally there, but I wouldn't take much notice of that, because stuff is coming straight out on the conveyor into the processing plants, and then into this aggregate storage here, which then goes into the train loading bay, which I'm hoping is all ready to go, hopefully. If I go down to the goods line end, which is past the station, I'm only going to use its single line. I'm ready for a double line here, but there's no point. I'm going to run that single line, so I just need one signal in there to let it know that past the station point, which is here, it's single line. And I'll signal that here, I think, just before that crossing. This line I'll ignore at the moment. They're all two-way working. Okay, and we do the same here. Don't think I really need one there, because it's only going to need one train at the moment until we start expanding things. I don't think this will be our penultimate trading point. There are border points with 2 or 3 lines that go into them as well, which makes things a little bit more interesting. Right, quick check on my stream. As I say, we're sailing along with L plates here. Okay, the stream's good. Have I any dropouts yet? No dropouts. That's good. Okay, so we're doing well there. Are we ready for a goods train yet? I'm not sure. Well, I suppose we could configure it and get it ready, can't we? Let's have a look what we got here. So we don't want nothing too extravagant at the moment. We don't want electric. We want diesel. We have this colour. Well, I've bought that already. Hold on, I've not even looked at it yet. Wait, patience, boy. Right, so we got a number of locomotives here. We got this one. 1250 kilowatt engine power. That's 552. 738. I'm just looking at also what sort of maximum tonnage they can. Well, that's not. That's the actual empty weight of the train. 72 tons, which is a bit lighter than these, but these have got a bit more power. So it swings and roundabouts. I think what we're going to do, we're going to go down the cheap option first. Get one of those. Motor wagon, cargo wagon. Right, so we're carrying aggregate, so we need a hopper car. There's one there. Open car, that takes coal as well, surely? No, it's got to be a hopper. Anything more significant than that? No, tankers there. We're not into the oil yet, but I'm hoping we will. Right, that takes 60 tons of coal. 2 of them's 120 tons. It took us a while to get up to 172 at the station. So I think at the moment 2 hoppers are going to be enough. Apparently. Let's give that a go. Right, so Let's give that its first stop, which is going to be up here at the old railway station. Train aggregate loading. What I'm going to do, because I ain't got the power station in yet, I'm going to just get it to load to about 50%. Wait until loaded, because I want, I don't want it all. Well, no, sod it. You're thinking stupidly, Mike. You're thinking stupidly. Yeah. Right, 100%, because we want to start making a bit of cash before we get our power station. So if we can maximise our exports here, I can go to the border, and there it should be unload. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've got our aggregate there. Maximum load of 120 tons. I've got it to wait until it's loaded, because I think on the first run we're gonna do much of that. Okay, so yeah, let's launch it. Let's go. Let's be brave. There she goes. Shall we watch it on its first run? I know some people do like watching these things do their bizzo, and I don't think there's no harm watching this. Here we go. Oh, what a cute little setup there. Little rig. Very colourful locomotive. It's now going to be sharing the line with our passenger train, and hopefully, things should be okay. It's quite a straightforward track at the moment, nothing too complicated. Let's open that up there so we can see how much we get loaded into this. Bung that down there. So we've got our passenger train that's got 34 workers on board. Of course, we need as many as we can get. Start digging that coal out. Off she goes, up the hill. Struggles up there, what's it doing? 65 kilometres. Not too bad, I suppose. I mean, there's no rush. The signals are working. Look, that's gone red to stop her there. Until he clears that next signal, he's got into that lane. Because he's not silly. He thinks, I'll take that lane, and I'm ready to face the other way back on the down line. Okay, so let's see our train fill up. This is our first rail delivery. This will be our first rail delivery from Bolokov to the border. Hopefully. Oh, there we go. We're filling up nicely there. We've got, you can see there, 30 tons, 30, 40 tons, 50 tons. And look at that money go up. Look at the wedge. Look. It's on our little 80 ruble deals we're doing with our planks of wood at the moment. This is more like it. There we go. 2,302 rubles in that one journey. Okay, let's watch it. We like to watch the first run, the virgin run of our services here. Go to the border and make our first sale for us. Got plenty of time on this stream. Off she goes. Right, we can down our locomotive thing here. We've got another 30 workers going up, so that seems to be working out okay, our railway line. The passenger service, which we should see. There she goes. So far, no collisions, no major disasters, and I'm surprised. What are we? Let's have a look. 51 minutes into the stream, and we haven't had one fire yet. That's amazing. Episode 2, we had 2 fires in 45 minutes. Right, so we're approaching the border now on goods section of the rail network, and we're just about to make our first 2,000 ruble deal at the border. Oh yes, look at that. Let's see our balance go up at the top there in rubles. Fantastic. Look, money's going up, not down. Fantastic. But it's going to be interesting to see now just how much of a dent that's made in our storage back at the coal mine. Let's go and check, shall we? See what the score is up there. Where are we? There we are. Let's see how much we've got available here. 170 tons available in the aggregate train loading. How much we got in storage here? Yeah, so that sort of reflects what's really in this this storage section. which ain't bad because we took 120, so production must be pretty good. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're not doing too bad. We're sort of 90% worker fall in the processing plant, but it's here that you've got to keep an eye on. We really want to get this number up, so we sort of get production going up a little bit more. We might need another mine up here in the hills and conveyor belt that down just to get production up, but I think we're going to expand another little extension to Bolokov up here in residential housing to really get that the number of workers up there going. There's a flood of people there on a change of shift going in. There you go. Come on, people, get that coal out of there, and let's start getting these stock levels up here. I'm going to wait for the goods train to come back just to see if it can sustain taking 100% load every time. If it does, this ain't going to last long. I don't think it's a bad thing because we've set the train up to wait until it's fully loaded anyway. Should production go down. So where is our goods train? That hasn't got stock already, has it? Oh, here she comes. Right, up the hill. It's only a slow little bloating thing. 2 little hoppers on it. Yeah, I just want to see what a dent this does in the storage area once she's loaded up. There we go. So we'll call this this area, we're going to rename it Bolokov Hills, I think. Up in the hills, this is where the money's made. A bit like Beverly Hills, but just a little bit more Soviet, that's all. Okay, so we can see in our aggregate storage here, that's rocketing down as we fill up 90 odd tons, 100 tons. So is there a good timing aspects between the train filling up, leaving? Does it manage to replenish itself? Are we going to have enough coal to export and provide the power station? I don't think we are at this moment. I really don't think we are. But that's something that we're going to work on now. We're going to expand our mining area. I'm seeing how quick this does build up. So if I go double time here, so everything's faster speed, which I assume is double time. Yeah, it's, you know, but it's a gradual thing, isn't it? It's going to come and get this. It'll probably be 120 tons worth by the time it gets back. It'll run off, and then it's going to slowly decrease, isn't it? So we need to increase our mining production. Simple mathematics, Mr. Bolokov. Yeah. Okay, well, because I've got it sped up, let's just wait for it to come back. I'm just interested to see what our production's doing at this very moment. Yeah, oh, there's a load more workers going this time, all to the mine. Because they know that the easy job in the production processing plant is always pretty full up. Here we've got 75 workers. Yeah, we really need to treble that, at least treble that, and keep that constant, because this is what I'm saying, there's 2 or 3 shift changes. So if we treble that, that's like, say, 200 workers. We need 600 workers close to this vicinity, and plus whatever we expand out to up on the hills. There we go, the sun's going down, so I'll do a bit of waffle here before I do any expansion, because I think that's our next step. Well, it sounds sensible to me, might not to you. Right, hold up, if I put this down here I'll be able to bring up the chat. There we go. Hey man, right, let's just replying in the chat, because I've just got the chat working. Sorry, I'm just replying. I'm multitasking, and us men aren't good at multitasking. Right, I'm going to have to bring this other screen here. I've got an iPad that's got the chat screen on it. There might be a bit of a delay between you speaking. Oh, I think I'm a bit delayed there. No stream, no video. Yeah, I know. See, someone was saying, Voopy. Hello, Voopy, in the chat. If you're still watching, you said there was no video. That was probably about an hour ago. And I've only just noticed because I've only just brought the chat back online this end. Right, okay, we're back in the daylight. Oh, look, I've probably wasted half a day in double speed. But that means we've got to start working in double speed. Less chat, more doing. What do you think? Right, first things first, I'm going to get some high voltage power lines out here because I'm relying on all this medium voltage distribution I've got here. And I think at some point, if I carry that on, everything's going to become to a grinding halt because I'm just asking too much of it. Right, so let's bring a power line out to there. First thing I'm going to do is put a high voltage switch in for future. Look, Mike, see, you're ahead of the game. I'm thinking about expansion already, and oh dear, yeah. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by a fool. Right, so let's bring some high voltage lines up towards the mountainside because I think, yeah, I think I'm pushing the limits. Oh, I want to come this way a bit. Right, I'm going to follow the border as much as I can up to there. Yeah, I'm pushing the limits on just how much I can get away with using just medium voltage. Let's make sure that's connected. Look, if you look here, see what happens. If you're not careful, these don't connect properly. It lays down the pylon, but they don't connect. So let's make sure that God, there's a bit of mess, but yeah, it's connected. So we're going up the hill here. Now we want to start coming this way. I do find a top-down works better when you're laying out these pylons, just to make sure that the wires do actually connect. So we want to start coming that way. See what? Oh, yeah, that's connected this time. Well, let's get an idea where we're going to. Yeah, we're going up here, so we're heading in the right direction, which is always a good thing. So let's connect with you up here to about there, I think, where that rocky face was. Let's just make sure those wires connect. Yep, okay, that's looking good. We're up here, and I think this is where our next mining area is going to be. So if we go to check with our mining area, let's have a look. Oh, that's a massive vein there. So yeah, if I take these pylons back a little bit, okay, let's take not two of them out, them two, well, that one and that one, back to mining tools. What are we? That one, coal mine. Yeah, it was about here, wasn't it? That looks, wow. So we need the conveyor bit pointing down that way. Ah, well, that's going to be my next challenge, isn't it? Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I could probably, from here, because there's a good chunk there. Yeah, right, that's where we're going. We're going here. So let's get that ground leveled out to there. Center that out to there. There we go. I'm paying for this. We can't do that. Take the money off. I should be able to use my own. There you go. There's my own bits and bobs there doing the bizzo for us. I'm wondering if averaging will work better here because it's a bit slopey. Right, first test is, can we get a road up there? Let's have a look. Just do a bit of a test. It's okay that way. Let's zoom in a little bit. As long as I can get it, yeah, to about there, that's fine. I'm sure we'll be okay with the rest. Let's turn that back on. Rubles, fund that. There we go. Yeah. Okay, right. Let's get our next mine set up. Where are they? Where are they? Construction, yeah. Am I drawing a blank here somewhere? I'm in the right menu, aren't I? energy, gravel. Oh, God, right in front of me. Right in front of me. Right, so that road will line up there nicely. Zoom out a bit, make sure I can get my conveyor in the right position. She's going to go down that way, like that. We can always use the tower things. Okay, let's get her put there. Whoops. There you go. Right, one of those. Let's finish that road off before I forget. Oh, it's already connected, look. Oh, dear. Makes it look like I know what I'm doing, doesn't it? Right, so conveyors now. This is the next challenge, is getting the coal down the mountain. I think we're going to need one of these transfer units. And in sort of that way. How far we got to go? Not that far, so if I got one at an angle there, like that. Let's have a look. Will it do it? Will it do it? Plonk. Okay, that's one in. And that can go down to here. Oh God, is that going to fit? Maybe. We might get away with this. I might be being a bit cheeky here. Right, let's get some conveyor action going on. No. Oh, yes. Okay. It's always a bit hit and miss with these. So that one wants to come down to here. And I think... yeah, the road's in the way. God. Well, I really got to put one here. You sure? You really sure about this? Oh, that's going to be a pain, isn't it? I might have to remod this road. Oh, what's happened there? Look, it's... oh, dear. There you go. Oh, this might be a bit tight. It looks a bit messy, but... no, that's not going to work neither. That must be really steep. Okay, let's demolish that. Yeah. We don't want that. Let's try me luck one more time with trying to... No. That is not going to work, isn't it? Right, let's try it temporarily. Bishing that. Yeah, it saw the road as the problem. Okay, I'm hoping now that I can replace that bit of road. By doing that, bringing that out a bit further, flattening it. No. Oh, are we going to be lucky here? Ooh, yes, I think we're just about... There you go. There you go. Everything's a challenge, isn't it? Right, so we've got down to here. Right, the next challenge is getting it from that tower. It's all gone quiet all of a sudden, isn't it? Over to here. Of course, look at that. You know, I knew it was going to work. It was my strategic planning. I knew that was going to work. Right, okay. How much we've got in here? So we've got 42 tons in there, so this should make a bit of a difference. We're going dark again. And I think what I'm going to have to do in this monitor here... yeah. Easier said than done. I'm just going to try and... yeah, I'm trying to do too much at once here, I think, in terms of operational stuff. Right, okay, so we got our block of flats here. Let's squeeze it up there as far as we can go, which is about there. Yep. Okay. Oh, that is a lot of manipulation, wasn't it? I think we need another one here. Let's get that in there. Got to be careful here because I'm going to need to put some facilities up here as well to keep them all happy. Before I do that, I think I might average out this terrain at the back here, so that we can get a bit more bit more infrastructure in behind it. Yep, I know. There's only half of you got electricity, and that's that block there. We're going to have to wait for a bit of daylight, I'm afraid. Alright, so what have we got here? So we've got a maximum... Well, that's the engine transfer plant, so I want the actual mine. So what's that? That's 220. I've got about 300 here. So I think one more block should do it. I'm hoping. What do you think? The train is waiting at the platform. It's slowly filling up now. I think we've got to that point where we're sort of at saturation. So we're sitting there with 54 tons and it's waiting for more coal. So the sooner we get this built, manned and underway, I think the better position we'll be in. I think we need to at least have one more mine operating to get that at a level where that where we're exporting, that we're not constantly draining the storage as well. Right, let's get another building in there, another residential building if we can. See what's happened here again? That is because that script pops up, so I'm just hoping this all comes back, and it don't. Oh yes, it has. Right, why does it always jump to the border when it does that? I've got to look into what is happening with that script. If I double time this, we should get daylight a little bit quicker, but I've got to remember, there you go, put it down to normal speed when the sun comes up. That's what we wanted. Right, before I put any more housing in there, let's see how far I can push it with the road situation, because I need some facilities as well. I can't just put houses up here and expect them to live off the land, as it were, in terms of shops. Right, so if I put this in right at this, can I squeeze that there? Oh, that's. See, I'm just pushing it a little bit too much there. I can. Will that flatten enough? Please, come on. No. Yes. Thank you. Right. So back to residential buildings. I've got to get the electric sorted out as well. I must remember the electric. Right, so what have we got here? Has this got such a... No, these got a bit of a smaller footprint. 143 workers. It's got to be... These got to be set back quite a way here. Or should I keep the housing together down here? Yeah, I think that's pretty sensible. Right, you can go there. One more. And I think that'll start us off. I don't want to go too mad. But let's get them some facilities in here. Let's get a grocery store in pretty centrally. I mean, even that takes up a pretty good big footprint. Grocery store. Let's get them a tennis field, so when they finish work, they can go straight to there, get some exercise. A pub has to be done. Where are we going to squeeze that? Can we squeeze that there? No. Squeeze it here? No, I've got to get a road into that. I must remember that. Okay, we'll stick that down here. Pub down here. How close can I get it to that building? Yeah, that's fine. There you go. Pub's in. One last thing is a general small store as well. We'll put that up here. Can I get that close to that one? Yeah, there you go. That's in. I've got to think about schools and things like that as well. I've got to keep these folks happy, because I don't want them sort of running off elsewhere looking for work whilst we've made all this this investment. Now these are pretty big. Well, I wonder if I can get a kindergarten in there. Will that squeeze in there? Oh. Might be... If I can squeeze that there and get a road to it, which I doubt it, because there's some extreme levelling going off there, I don't think I'm going to be that lucky. Let's try just a gravel path. Wow, I stand totally surprised that I managed to get that in. We need a secondary school, which of course is a little bit bigger. elementary school, I think they call it here, don't they? Yeah, well, that can go here. I'm sure we can squeeze that in to there. Can we get away with that? That needs a bit of fun. There you go, the roads come in there nicely as well. Right now, some footpaths so that people can get around, because we know the moral of the story. No footpaths, people say no can do. No can do if we don't have our footpaths. I don't want to spread them out too much, because I want to sort of maximise the room I've got to actually get some more buildings in at a later date. Right, so let's make sure these all connect up nicely. I can go around there to the main road. We can go from there to there. Hopefully, that's not... Oh, it's a bit steep. There you go, we've got her up there. That's there, that's there. Okay. Direct connection there. Connection up. Oh, look, everyone's moving around now. Once they know that shop's open, that's it. It's a fight for the sausages. Give me some sausage! And vodka. There's a fight go on. Let's get that out there so they got some access as well. Let's get that there. Let's get some sport underway, shall we? Come on, folks. Get fit now, because you need to dig as much as that coal out as you can. Alright, let's connect that. That's not going to happen, but we can go there, can't we? Anything else need connection up? Yep, this one needs a little bit of connectionage. Oh no, that one's okay. Right, okay, hopefully that will get them started off. But what we do need to do now is get this high voltage stuff, where have I dumped it? Up here, down to medium power now. So, right, if I go to high power, we need to put a power transformer in. Now this will have loads of connections on it, hopefully, for expansion in the future. Yeah, we'll plonk that there. We need to get the connection done here. I always find the connection makes better when you go from the power switch to the pylon. If you try it the other way, sometimes it just doesn't connect properly, which is you know, tad bloody annoying. Right, we need to get medium voltage stuff out now. Oh, do we? No, we just need transformers, because the medium voltage stuff's already on that transformer I've put in. Right, so we need to maximise. Let's come out there a minute. Let's have a look at the whole area. So I need to maximise now where the most central point. This gets power to just about everywhere, which I would say is. Will that fit on the road? No, that's not gonna go there, isn't it? No, it's not going to connect with that road. Okay, well, worst case means if this catches on fire... no, it's not going to go there. Infrastructure's in the way. Yeah, if this catches on fire, you know, we're going to have to replace it. That's worst case. There you go. Let's get some medium voltage stuff up to there. We need to put a bit of angle or dangle on it. Let's get it down there. Let's take it to its max. Wow, no, that can't be connected. Oh yeah, we've got quite a bit of play on that. That's surprising. Bring that down to there. Okay, hopefully, if I check this, we've got some power there. Lovely. Right, so everyone now should have power. Let's have a look. Fantastic, which means that this mine is kicking out the coal. And it's coming down the hill. We've got quite a few people in there. Brilliant. And how are we doing here now? We've run out of coal. Because this train is waiting to fill up. I'm hoping... now the... yeah, it is that item. I've done the right one there. Store the coal. I really am hoping now that we're sort of coming up to doubling our outputs. If that's right. Yeah, that's going in there. You know... is that enough? This is the thing with coal, you see. How many more inputs we got? Yeah, we got a few down there. I'm wondering if we can get another mine in here within this community to also get another flow, another you know, excavation. Excavation? No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Oh look, there's tons. So if I can get another one up here, near that area, you know, that people can sort of walk to, even. Is that no? That's not happy with that. That's not happy with that there neither. No. How about there? See, that'll take that there. Then that. I've got to get a road up there. You see. Oh, that's yellow there. Well, let's see. Let's try. I might be being a bit cocky here, but you never know. See, whilst I'm doing this flattening thing, I must remember I've got to take the rubles off because I'm paying for this when I've got 3 excavators myself. You blancmange. Right, okay, let's squeeze that down to there. Am I going to be lucky here and be able to get a road up here somehow? I don't know. We'll have to take our chances. Right, I'll go with a gravel road this time because oh dear, I'll go with any type of road as long as it works. But this, right, okay, there's a bit of green there. See, this one, sometimes when you're on hills and stuff, you have to take tiny bits at a time. I don't think we're going to get away with this. No. Let's zoom in. Yeah, I've got a mixture of power line problem, and yeah, okay. Let's demolish that. Let's see if we can get a bit more dangle on it. If I can get a bit more dangle on it, right, straight out of there at that angle. Yeah. That might give me. No! Don't do this. Oh! Right, that's giving me yellow. Right, will it raise that bit? Yeah. Right, so I've got an option for sort of that way. Will it let me now? No. Oh, yes. Raise it. Go green. Come on, green is good. Lots of green. There you go. Up you go. No, it's just not got that angle, hasn't it? Right, has that made it better that way? No. Oh, a bit of green. Okay. Yeah, a bit of green there as well. We'll have that. See what I mean? Bit by bit. No, let's give up now. That's gone. No, you're taking the P. Yeah, taking the P. So, can I get a road down here now? I don't think I'm going to win with this. Bit of green there. It's all a bit too steep, isn't it? Red. And just as I'm trying to do the intricate bit of this road building, it goes dark. Marvellous. Okay. Double time. If I put it on double time, we may we may get to daylight a bit quicker. I'm going to have to take a loo break to let some of the vodka out in a few moments, but I did promise in the message earlier that we'll bring on Combrig Bolokov's Dancing Girls, and you don't believe I've got some, don't you? I have. They'll be coming up in a few moments if I can remember where I've stored them. Hold up. I put them on. Yes, okay. It was number 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's number 7. Okay, right. That's all ready to go. How's the stream holding up? Yep, that's holding up fine so far. Any dropouts? No, only me. Right, daylight. Oh, I keep forgetting to do this, and that's bring it down to normal time so we maximize. Oh. Is this going to give me a route down? Oh. Nurse. Yeah, look at that. Oh, no, I'm pushing me luck, I think. Am I pushing me luck? Get down that way there. And I may be able to... No. Oh. Come on, lift that up a little bit. That's it. Lift a leg. Do you know what? I think just that... Oh, God, yeah. Look, you just got to do it a smidgen at a time. Come on, give me a bit of green. Give me a bit of green. Come on, forgive me. I'm a novice at this game, so no. If I just go back a bit there. Oh, see, I've done a tarmac road, have I? Why am I under the misconception that doing a gravel road always... No, that's far too steep, isn't it? No. Yeah, I always thought that the gravel road's a little bit more forgiving than doing a tarmac road. But it isn't the case. It's not the case at all. Oh, I don't know. Is it? Because I've got a bit further. No. Oh, green. Okay. And I think it gives up from that point because it's like, no, you're asking too much of me here. Right, okay, right, let's do some drastic action. Bit of flatterage. There we go. Let's bring that terrain down a little bit. Average it is probably the best option here. All the way down to here. Put up average edge. No, it's too good to be true, isn't it? There you go. We can get to there. But anything after that, oh, that is steep. That is steep, so I'm going to need to raise the terrain up there a little bit. Let's go back because it won't let me do it if I'm too close to the road. Let's bring that down. So I need to bring this up just a smidge. Around there like that. Is that going to let me do what I think I want to do? I'll tell you what, we're a little bit further than what we were before, aren't we? But then we get to here and it goes. Oh! I had a bit of green there. That's great. Green is good. Yeah. Keep going. Oh! And I think we may. Oh, that feels good when you get a long bit of green and it connects up. Fantastic. So what we can do now is make that all the same. Put some good road on top of it like that, and no one would know that I've had to bodge that road from top to bottom until you get to the top here, and then I go, no, well, we'll change it. Is that? Yeah, that's come up a treat. I don't need that bit there now. All my previous bodges can be deleted. Yeah. Only thing is, probably to get this mine going, I'm going to have to run a bus up to it from here somewhere, unless I can cheat and it's in range. If I put, no, these are going to be too steep. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I wonder if they'll walk up there. You lazy rotters! Come on, there's a footpath laid on for you. Ah, man. Let's run that up there like that. No, I think I'm wishing a bit too much here by doing that. See, if I'd run road here. See, talking about waste money. If I'd run the road with streetlights on, it would have had footpaths as well. So I need a footpath from this point. There you go. The footpath's all built in. I ain't got to fart around doing what I'm doing there. Putting footpaths in. So footpath all the way up to the mine. Oh, we didn't like that. Okay, yeah, it's a bit wobbly. Sorry about the craftsmanship. Or the workmanship. Will that make any difference? I doubt it very much. I've still probably got to get a bus service up there. Yeah, tad annoying, but you know, that's the name of the game. Right, how are we doing there with the train? Oh, he's on his way with some stuff. We're making some money, bit of progress. £2 a time. How are we doing with stock of coal at this moment? I tell you, that second route has done it. So we've just had a pickup from the train, and we've already got 200 odd tons of coal in the mine. So, you know, this third mine I may not need straight away, but I will need, I know, once we've got a power station built. Yeah, I think we'll start trying making a little bit of money before we expand that any further. Yeah. Okay, folks. Good time for me to take a couple of minute break here. I did promise you, yeah, Combrig Bolokov's Dancing Girls, and that's what we're going to get now, because I need to replenish my glass. But first of all, I need to make some room for what I'm going to replenish my glass with, which means I need a bit of a lubric. So if you bear with me, I'm going to leave you with some Dancing Girls, and we'll be back ASAP. Don't go away. There we go, back again, and hope you liked our dancing girls there doing their stuff. Up, where has the map taken us? Look at that, it's gone out on an adventure. We need to find Bolokov again now. That's me leaving the mouse in the wrong area. There we go, there's Bolokov. Let's take a trip up there. Whoops. See, that script thing's come up again, which is most annoying. I'm going to have to find out what that is. It's, like I say, something since I've done the what's his name card, the upgraded the graphics card, but I've got a feeling it's something to do with Adobe, bloody Adobe Cloud thing. But we'll find out. Okay, so here we are back in Bolokov, folks. Right, so where are we? Let's take stock of what we just done. We've got, oh god, I need to plant some trees very soon, because I think these guys down here, let's do that now before I forget. I always forget that type of thing. So got some spruce here. What do we need? Poplar, blah blah blah, acacia, seed bush, pines. Let's put some pines in. Is this on a, yeah, this is on one of those expandable things, isn't it? So I need to put quite a bit of spruce in there. Spruce for Bruce, for some expansion, so that these guys keep themselves in work. Let's put some poplars in there, because they grow pretty big as well, don't they? The old poplar trees. Right, let's put it out to that area there as well. I may have gone a bit overkill with this, but I'm sure it'll all be worth it. And as we go into another darkness period, as we just return. Okay, right, so what we need to do now, I think the third mine, now that I know that second one we got working in there has doubled our production literally on just the few workers we've got in there. And the train, our first train that we got working between the short run between the mine and the border, is starting to turn a profit, which is a bit better than the 83 rubles we were making out of our plank run, as it were. Let's put you back on screen, shall we, so you can see what's going on. So hopefully this is going to start turning a bit more of a profit, so I can have a bit more confidence in getting the power station in place. Right, okay, so there she is. Let's take another check on that. Oh yeah, look at that. 409 tons of coal in the warehouse. That's great. I think we can hold back on this. This will be work in progress for when we get the power station in place. But what I might do is a bit of preliminary work up here in flattening the area so we can get a bit more housing to staff the mine. So if I take off the auto build and rubles, that means we're funding it from our own bulldozers and bits and bobs that are up. We employed to get this right, but see where it's gone red there? That's going to take some whacking. But I got an excavator which apparently should speed things up a little bit, allegedly. No, it's going. Okay, right, if we can get this area down as well onto some sort of flat level, we'll be happy. So the trick is with this one, once I've got it expanded out here, if you can keep the centre where that red sort of outline square is, everything else around it that you move to comes to the same height. Now this one, I'm asking for an extreme here, is to raise that right up. I don't think I'll bother there. I'm more interested in flattening this area because I know I need to get some buildings by this mine for when we start to man that. I'm just taking advantage of the time we've got to get this sort of prepared for when we get to that stage, getting that power station and needing this third mine in. I might even go to the extreme of getting the conveyors put in. I'm not sure. But let's see how we do with this. Well, I'm taking advantage of this quiet spot. Do you know what's scaring me is in episode 2 we had 2 fires in the space of 45 minutes. And oh god, we've had none so far. How long have we been streaming? What are we on now? Yeah, over an hour and 30 minutes or whatever. Right, so we got this prepared for when we need to get this third mine in, for when we get our power station set up as well. So, situation so far, we're looking good on coal, 403 tons. We've got our little baby train doing our first deals with the border. They seem to be happy with the produce, and there she is, our little colourful train. Yeah, it's quite sweet, isn't it, really? Hopefully we're going to need to upgrade that pretty soon so we can start making some serious bucks before we go oil hunting, which is probably next on our list, but we're a bit away from that. Bolokov City still needs expanding. We've got future plans for that as well, with some farming and clothing industry. Clothing, apparently there's quite a bit of bucks in that. So between thinking about getting that done and what I need to do on the borders over here, I'm going to Molna's over there, border B. Now I've marked that border B over there, which is a NATO border. That's quite a way off, and I was hoping to do some dollar sharing, but as you can see, that's miles away, and that's going to cost a fortune to get trains out here. And like you see, you've got 3 lanes here and 3 lanes of railways as well, so maybe I didn't pick the ideal spots, but hey, we've got what we've got, and we're not doing too bad with what we've got so far. Let me turn that down a bit, that music. Right, someone messaged me back in the discussion group saying that it dumps my extra music in a particular file that I've got to investigate. I bought the extra soundtracks so that we've not got these same 3 or 4 tracks playing over and over again. Right, okay, so let's camera down a bit and let's look at where we are now. I'm getting too excited. That's the trouble. Right, let's see how we're holding up down here. Yeah, a couple of workers in there. Not good. Not good because there's a few people in there, but I might need some immigrants to take up the slack in the wood house as well, because we have got, you know, workers and 2 trucks. There's a lot of timber there still. Yeah, I don't think they can keep up, but yeah, as soon as we get this one of the projects I was going to do is get this rail line from here onto the main line up here so that we can start exporting this timber via the train as well. But I can see a problem with that already, because ideally what I'd need to do is add a boxcar to that train and try and get that to come into here, and I think it's just too much of a steep angle. So what I could do, no, that's not going to work. No, it could if I use my brain. It's Friday night, I've had a couple of beers, and it's probably not the best time to be using my brain at the moment. Right, so I've got to make some changes to this road here. This is all going to be sort of major works. I've got the power lines out the way, so that's sort of half the battle. What is happening to all these people down here? They're spending a lot of time in the pub. There's lots of people going into the pub, actually. I think I may have turned them into alcoholics. How's the shops doing? Right, clothes, electronic, yeah, okay. I'm more interested in the general store, wherever that's gone. I did put a general store down here somewhere, didn't I? Oh, that is it, small store. I just didn't put, oh, did I put... No, I didn't put a grocery store there. That's a small store, and that's a grocery store. I thought I put a grocery store in that part of the city as well. What is it, city or town? Yes, I did. There it is. There it is. Okay, and that's not doing too badly at the moment. I mean, the whole idea is that we become self-sufficient and start farming the food ourselves. And I'm wondering, right now, do I do that? It's a gamble. Do I go into farming now so that I can do all that with livestock and crops and spend a lot of money doing that, or do I invest what I've got now into oil, because oil is quick buck profits? And what I tend to do is then, I mean, I've set myself a limit now. If I get down to 5 million rubles, it's time to sort of tighten the belt. So what I could do is fund the oil refinery and the pumps and everything with dollars. Food for thought. Another sip of beer is needed. Yeah. Okay, that's decided. I think we're going to go into oil as soon as we can. Just as soon as I'm assured that we're okay down here. And I don't want to push my luck up here. I think what I'm going to do, belt and braces job this, is put a another fire station up here, because I think I'm pushing me luck having all this here with the residential stuff as well, and relying on just Bolokov City providing cover fire-wise. I think we're going to need to flatten it a little bit down here as well. Let's bring that in and just run that round here so we can get an extra building or two. Yeah, fire station. Let's can we get you in there now? Yeah, that's better. That's better. A little bit of flattening. Oh, well, a major bit of flattening. Let's plonk you in there. Let's get our all-important footpaths, because without footpaths you've got lazy asses and they don't want to do a thing. So that's in. We need to fund it as well. Vibbles. I might put a small residential building in there dedicated to the fire station for workers. I've done this before and it seems to work. I think you need about 50 firefighters, don't you? So we only need a small block. That'll do. There you go. We'll whack that in there. Next to the fire station. Can I? Yeah, I can run a footpath straight out of there. Close as we can. And that seems to be about the limit. Put that in there. Get the footpaths up. Donk. One of those. Doing. Out of there. Into there. What's up with the fire station? Needs funding. Okay. Fund that with some rubles, please. We also need to get some fire engines in there as well. That's a mistake I've done before. I've built the fire station. No one's manned it because there's no fire trucks that I've ordered. So as the sun goes down, that gets finished, and let's get some fire trucks in there. What am I going to have? Right. What do we get for dollars? Not many. In actual fact, there's none. Right, so we need a ladder unit. We need one of those, a fire unit. I've picked these because these are the fastest out of the lot that you get. Hold up, what was that? Well, that's a speed level 4. You see, if you pick these one, that's only a speed level 5. That's a 6. But this one is a speed level 12. That's a 9. That's a 10. And that's a 12. So I've tried to pick the fastest trucks that I can get. And already, look, we got 5 people, 7 people now. We got employees in there. Why has that not built the road? Oh, as it said, what? Workers on control. Okay, we need to fund it. There you go. Have some of that, some of the loose change. Right. Okay, I'm going to make a note because I always forget. Right, let's grab that. I've got a pen anywhere. Let's dump that down there. Just looking for a pen. Right. If I can find a pen, which you can never find here. They're like buses in this place, in this house. You can never find a pen, and then 5 turn up when you don't need them. Right, hold up. Let's try and have a look over here. No. Okay, well, you can remember for me, haven't we? Let's say 7406. Let's say 7.4. We've got in profits at the moment. What I want to watch is when my freight train comes in. Well, I can find her. Well, I can find her because I've still got. There we go. There she is. Right. Yeah. I think we're making £2,000 a time. I just want to compare from one pickup to when she delivers to the border, whether that £2,000 is covering the losses in between. Because all I can see at the moment... Well, the money's going up, but that's from our wooden planks, I think. Right. Oh, no, that's the train. That's not the... Okay, that's not our goods train. Where's our goods train? Is she... she must have been just... she's just... Yeah, that's why the cash was going up. She's just made a delivery. Right, so what I want to time is when our goods train gets back to the coal depot. What I want to measure is because we've just pulled off here, and you know, she's getting rid of her load there. So we're let's call it 7410. No, 7408 is what we are now. 7408. 7408. What I want to work out is from her delivery, when she goes to pick up, how much the drop is in our sort of running balance, as it was, from 408 to when she makes the next delivery. Are we still losing money in between our drop-offs to the border? Okay, what I'll do this double time so we get there a bit quicker, and we can right, 408. So remember, right, I'm just remembering 408. And hopefully that we haven't lost that much money in between it doing its running, picking up the coal and sending it back, because that's a sure sign that we need to do some drastic action to start getting a profit. So we're still 408. She's filling up now. Maximum tonnage is 120 tons. We've got 119 there. We're still 408s. Just about to go to 407. Oh, look at that. Signal's working well. What I want to work out is, are we losing money in between deliveries? And I don't think we are. I think we might be sort of 1,000 rubles up or so. 408. And we're about to go to 407 now. We've got 2,300 just about to be delivered. I'm hoping, yeah, I think we can sustain a profit. We're not in dire straits, because I in some of my first attempts in this game, I was in the process that I thought, yeah, I'm making money, but in between the runs, I was spending more than we were making, and that's something you want to avoid, because you do go pretty bankrupt quick. Right, so we're now up to 410. So the next run, we've got to be better than 408. So I'm going to just do one more run. Bear with me, folks. There is a method in my madness here. You know, it might seem a little bit insignificant at the moment, but there's a reason why I'm doing it this way. It's just for my own comfort, because I think we're just about to go and spend a shed load of money on oil systems, and I just want to make sure that we're not going into the red before we even start that, because things can get messy. Although, though, I've got the comfort of the fact that alright, we've got to be better than 408. Remember that. 408. We've got to be better than 410. Got to be better than 408 by the time we hit the station. And of course, we've got to be higher than 410. So this is close to the mark. Here we go. We're 409 and a half. Oh, we've got money going up because the wood planks have just gone in there. Thank you very much. The trucks. Yeah, they're the ones that dip us in and keep us in that sort of black, in the black as it were. 409, so there we go. What we were 410 before. That's about 2,300 going in here. 7410, which is what our last point was. If we make 712, I'll be happy. Okay, 711. Yeah, well, we're making a profit. Okay. As long as that money isn't dripping down faster than we are making the money. That's all my main concern was there. So goodbye, Mr. Train. Thank you very much for doing your bits and bobs there. I may be able to increase that by ordering another hopper if we are producing the goods here. If we are now full up, yeah, I think I might do that actually. Right, I'm going to let this train do its run. No. Right, we're going to grab it here and we're going to send it back to the depot. There you are. Right, so we go back to the depot as it's night time. Go there. Okay. What? Yeah, she's going to get a bit confused because I didn't do it at the right spot, really. Okay, cancel that. Cancel. I'll let you get into the... yeah, no, that was my fault. I've tried telling her on a one-way track to go back on herself, and obviously she's not going to do that. So that was operator error. Okay, so if I let it get past the junction here... Oh no, I don't think he's going to do it anyway, isn't it? Because... Oh, we'll see. It may do. We'll see. Now it's past the junction there. I'm wondering if we'll do it now. Okay, she's in there. No. No, I know why. I've got to do a crossover. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. We'll do that when it's daylight because I really need to see where the track is to get that put in. Yeah, she's going back. Okay, make some money. Come on. There's me looking to see if we can balance the books here in between deliveries, and I've just delayed it from making another delivery, and now we're down to 7411. So yeah, I've put it out of kilter a little bit. Okay, daylight, let's stop that running from double time down to normal time. Right, we'll do that. There you go, click that, and you're there. That's right, stop moaning. That's it, it's got rid of a question mark. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with what we've got here. We're nearly up to full capacity in the storage, which is why I need that third hopper, which is also going to give us an extra, what, 60 tons? Which is another, what, $1,000 odd. I'd rather be doing that before I start, well, mind you, I've got to start prospecting for oil, as they call it. Right, so what I need to do here on the track, if I catch her from this, yeah, see, from this end, she can do it. All I've got to do is put a signal in there to tell it that it can go that way, which is one of those. That in there. It's two-way. Yeah, because that's single track working. Okay, so when she makes this delivery, what I'm going to do is get it go back to the depot, and we're going to add another hopper on it as well. Let's train platform, so do that. Get rid of that for a minute. Don't need that. Right, speed it up a bit. Come on. Come on, you colourful little number. There she comes. Right, so I'm going to double click on this. There you go. Right, so when that's finished its delivery, we'll get that to come to the depot, and we'll add another hopper so that we're sort of increasing our load by 50%. Which means, effectively, we should be increasing our profit by 50% as well. There you go. Clever lad, and I, eh? Yes. Yes, I done... yeah. Oh, where is it? Yep, I done ologies at school as well, you know. Right, so let's click on that now. She shouldn't get confused because this is a one-way track, which should take us into there. Oh, she's just got the command, and she's thinking about it. Can I get in there? Yes, I can. I'm on a one-way, two-way piece of track here. In you go. Marvellous. Right, okay, she's in there, so let's click on her there, and let's have a look. Am I going to go... Am I going to be greedy and go for two hoppers? I can always take one off if it... I mean, I'm going for a 100% increase now. Am I asking too much of it? What do you reckon? Nah, come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's see what she can do now. So we've gone from 120 tons, doubled it, 240 tons. Is that going to make our production? Are we taking the P? That's what I want to know. Okay, it's another little journey. Give me a break to get things sorted out here, but follow our little hoppers here up to the coal mine. Let's have a little relax for a minute. Let me think whilst we relax and watch our train make some more profit. I'm going to check when we get there how much is in storage, and can we make this sustainable. That I don't know. It's all on, have we got the resources? The mines seem to get through. They've got big churn on people, you know. They don't seem to retain the workers as much as any other industry. And that's why it's built into this program, isn't it? It's just meant to make you challenged. I've isolated people up here, but the thing is, once you've got passenger train services in, it's an escape for people to get out of their rut, as it were. And I find that's what happens. So maybe, no, see, swings and roundabouts. If I cut the passenger service off, have I got enough people commuting there to work there in the... I don't know. You may be doing more damage than good. Right, here we go. We're loading up now. I was going to check to see in the storage area just how much is in there. Right, so, yeah, we're nearly full. But I don't want to get into the scenario where I'm taking too much from it. I can... Oh, what's happened there? Is that That took its full load already. 237, well, I ain't going to argue with that, but yeah, that was quick. I could tell this to say, right, we'll just pick up sort of 60-70%, which I think I'm going to do after this load, because I know, doing the maths, that, you know, we're soon going to deplete what we got in reserves, in this reserve here in the aggregate storage. Mind you, I haven't said that yet. Having that extra mine has made a hell of a difference. If I can get that third one on, I've got no problem then going with the power station and, you know, leaving it at this, 240 tons at a time. But that's now doubled our profits, which we needed to do because we're now down to 7388, having spent on that extra hopper. Yeah. Yeah, it's all trial and error, isn't it? Okay. Come on, plod in. There you go, I've sped it up. God, impatience. She's still got a little bit of way to go. It's about just over halfway. Right, in you go. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, because of the delays and because of spending on that extra hopper, you know, profits have gone down a bit. What was we, 7410 before? Bloody hell, how much did that hopper cost? Or did we get some big unexpected bill in between? Right, there you go. Right, so that's took us up to 7392. Yeah, okay. We'll see how that runs for a while. Meanwhile, let's just take a second check that everything is running fine down here. We've got a full bus station. We've got a, oh bloody hell, full train station. Let's have a look. There, yeah, lots of workers waiting. Hopefully we've got the same story at the train station as well. Sort of, near enough. Oh, look at them trees have spruced up, so the loggers, oh god, they're going to be occupied for the next 10 years by the looks of it. How's things going on in the town down here? Right, well, no one is using the football playgrounds. No one's shopping in the shop. Why is that? What's going on? A few people in there. I can't remember if I populated these buildings here or not, but right, let's get some more people in there. The school, how's the school doing? No staff, no babies in the kindergarten. What is going on? Are people moving up to here because that's where the major work is? I think that's what's happening. Is it's busier up here now than what it is in Bolokov city. Let's rename this to that. This is like I say, when I change names and you know, landmarks here, I always do in capitals, so when you're searching around the map, they stand out, so it's easier to find. So this is Bolokov Hills. Hopefully everything's been renamed. Yeah, Bolokov Hills. Station is now Bolokov Hills. There you go. Okay. Yeah, they stand out on the map a bit more. As you can see, everything else, if you look at the labels around, everything gets lost within them if you don't do that. Right, so we've got Bolokov Hills. And what have we got next? Bolokov on Sea, or Bolokov on River, or on Weir, or whatever. Yeah, okay. Choices now. Do I go and I don't know. Do I go with the oil routes next, if we can find some oil? Because I know that is a fast way of making some big bucks. Right, we need city halls, it's saying, to get statistics about this city area. Yeah, that's one thing I've forgotten about. On this new, the latest release that we've got here in the beta version, we've got these markers here where we can bookmark town halls, I think. But to do that, to get separate statistics for each separate, like Bolokov Hills and Bolokov City, we need to put town halls in. Which I think, you know, let's get the basics right before we go any further. And town halls, and now where everything used to be with residential buildings, there's now equipment for citizens, and I'm sure yeah, City Hall, accounting office is in that. Maximum number of workers 25, don't know, yeah. Okay, daylight's approached, and I think Bolokov needs its first City Hall. We're going to stick that down here, I think. Let's zoom in a little bit. Down there. Yeah, this is as good a place as any. City Hall. Stick that down there. Let's put the road round the right way. I can go there like that. Yeah. Whoop. Come on, behave yourself. Right, flatten. Lots of footpaths into this building. Right, okay, let's get them sorted out before we go any further. We're going to need one up in the hills as well, because I want to separate these districts out. There you go. Some more employment for you chaps here, if you can be asked. Let's have... I don't want to go... Yeah, I don't want to go too far up with the footpaths, because... Let's have a look. What? Let's see what goes on here. What choices we've got here? No data at the moment. Oh, it's got no voltage. So we need to get some power down here. It's got a couple of workers. Right, so let's get some power down here. I'm sure we got some spare outlets down here somewhere. Right, medium voltage. That's one of these. Let's get... right, what's the size of the road on that way? I'm going to get one down here. That'll still cover that, because we're going to expand out this way. So that's got the road on there as well. We need some medium voltage cables now. Ah. No, there isn't none on there. That's just a switch, isn't it? Ah, here we go. Right, okay. We'll take that out from there, run it as parallel as we can with that along the road. Ah, I may have ballsed up there because angle a dangle again. Bring it that way. Oh no, we might be okay. We might be okay. And like I say, I always come out of these into the network rather than the other way around, because they seem to line up a bit easier. Right, so we've got voltage there now, which means we should have voltage on our town hall, which we have. And it's a bit flaky. This is why we need our own power station, because that means I'm going to have to up what we're importing here, because otherwise at night things are going to start dimming, and I don't want our industry start being affected by dodgy connections. That is dodgy, and I've just increased the what we're taking in. That's fine there. Well, it's calmed down a little bit, but yeah, I don't know what its problem is. Right, so we've got 6 workers in there. Not enough accountants and officers to show the stats. I think we're going to start to have to get some education in here as well, to get some qualified people in to work. I'm going to put a small block of flats here to facilitate what would be really the council office, I suppose, is what you'd call it, wouldn't it? The town hall. So let's run a bit of road down there. Come on. There you go. Connect that up. And I'm going to select here that they work in there. There you go. 13 people already. Okay, no data at the moment. Oh, okay, that's not enough accountants and officers to show the stats. Yeah, we need to get our education system sorted out down here as well. So certainly if we're turning this into a city, I think we need to get a university down here, get the education up, unless in this block I get some qualified immigrants. Right, I've told them to work in there. Let's just double check that. Right, so there you go. There's another little caveat to having one of these buildings, is that you've got to have qualified people. Oh, right, okay, that seems to be happy now. So current number of workers, 21, 25. We have the qualified people in there now. And where do we get them stats from? Oh, from here. Right, okay. So, well, this will be interesting, won't it? Population statistics. Resource. Yeah, okay. Value, blah, blah, blah. So this is just exclusive information for this area, rather as before it was all global, this is good. I like this. Import of resources. We'll just see how much. Most of it's from import of immigrants. Look, 212,000, and we're in September, so that's 6 months. 9 months. Sorry, 9 months of trading. We've spent 212,000 on. Just importing immigrants. There's that script thing again going. Sorry about that. I'm going to have to get to the bottom of that. It's like I say, it's something I've done with one of the upgrades today. I'm sure it's Adobe, but we'll get to the bottom of that. Right, so the statistics are quite interesting. Foreign manpower, 9,921 work days. Immigrant invitations, yeah, bloody hell. 448 from the Soviet bloc, 172 we've got from Third World. What's this one here? This is domestic production and consumption. Industry. Consumption of resources, 1128. Citizens facility, 449. Bloody hell. Yeah, we got a way to go before we start getting a fair balance here. But in general, people are pretty happy. Out of 1,443 population, we got 395 unemployed, which isn't particularly good. Yeah, educated people, 71. Yeah, we need some colleges, we need some higher education to start to expand this out a bit before that works. Right, so we're probably going to need one of them offices up here as well, but I'm going to hold back on that for a moment because I know we need to increase the population a bit more. The mines, yeah, 30 out of 220, not brilliant. As I say, it's very difficult holding on to workers in the mines. God, even the processing ore factory's gone down, so I'm going to have to get some buildings down here as well. Yeah, right, before we do that we need to do some preparatory work for that, and that is flatten the area to here. Yeah, it's all expense, because when you expand out your residential areas as well, you've got to provide the facilities. You can't just have a grocery store stuck in one area, and if they can't walk to it, they're not going to be bothered. They really aren't going to be bothered. So, right, okay, bit of work there. I'm paying for this again. Mike, you're plank. You've got your own resources. Use them. Right, now I'm going to use the average terrain to get it really flat. So I'm not faffing around with these roads and placing buildings again. Do bear with me while we do this. I know this is sort of the boring side of the game, is getting the terrain ready, but it has to be done. Got to be done. Got to get efficiency in this republic is the name of the game. Can't all be vodka and play and dancing Russian girls, as we're going to have another dancing Russian girl break in a few moments whilst I get replenished myself. Excuse me, see, my throat's going dry now. What are we into on this stream now? Let's have a look. That can't be right, it's 40 minutes. A bit more than 40 minutes in this game, aren't we? I'm sure we are. Right, okay, never mind. It all works out in the wash. Let's get this flattened around here. This is quite humpy bumpy. And the art now is, now we got this ridge around here, is to try and push it all out this way. Because you can end up with lots of sort of spurious humps and bumps if you don't sort of manage where you're pushing it all. And I don't need a particularly big region here to get my housing sorted out. I mean, this, as far as I'm going now, is probably enough. But I'm going to try and sort of equalise it out so that we've pushed the excess groundworks out as far as we can. Because I know for definite, to try and sustain the workforce in this area, we need more population. Okay, I think, let's have a look here, how are we running here? It's pretty much flat there now, just that area. So we got this area here to play with. Let's get a road in there first. See how we manage with that. If we can get a road in, we know we're pretty safe. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to go out to there. See, it raises up there, so I'm going to go out to there. One more. Let's flatten that out there, and then bring that around there like that. Flatten out, please, and straighten up. Okay, so it's a bit of a mix both here. A bit more residential housing, and you know, we're clutching at straws really, aren't we? Trying to keep onto the workforce. I'm sure they all defect off. There is a statistic in here you can check to see how many people have defected over the border. I'll try and hunt that down in a minute to have a look, just out of pure interest, to see if we're retaining anyone there. Right, one more building. I'm going to shove that on the end here, and then we get a bit of shoppage in there as well, so people can get their pork chops and sausages and borscht. Is it borscht? I like my borscht and vodka. Yeah. No, it's not ja, and it da. They're not Germans. Right, okay, let's get some roads in there as well. Bosh. Bring them up to there. Put a bit of a bend on them, because one's... I think that's going to struggle, that one, isn't it? Yeah, it's... Oh, yeah, thought so. Okay, right. Bit of residential shopping, as I say. This has changed now. There's now a new menu. Equipment for citizens. So, here we go again. Grocery store. Squeeze that on the end. Well, next to that road there. There you go. So that can go there. A general store. You can go there. Oh god, of course we've got to. It's the only pain with this. We've got to put the same schools and all that in here as well. Right, if I put that there, hoping that I can extend that road out. Plus, what have we done there? Got to put the footpaths in. Like I say, without footpaths, what happens? No one does much. Right, footpaths. Get this done. Right, I'll promise you, after this, we're going for our next big spend. And that is, we're going to go into the oil industry, because I think that's the only way we're going to make any money here. We're going down to 6 million rubles now. It's easy swallowing up in small little piddly projects like what we're doing here. And I don't think that is the way forward. From what I've seen of this game so far, the big profits are either in oil or clothing when you first start out. But okay, right, well, let's get these working in these buildings here. 132 in there. That one, you can go in there. That's it. Well, that's them covered. Let's do this one in the mine, and I need some more people for that. So let's fill that up. Bosh. Don't tell me you're out of range, for God's sake. What? Really? There are no connections to this building. Oh, is that? Well, they're all walking out of it. Okay, okay. I think I know what I've got to do is one big footpath down the back of these buildings. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. Right, back to footpaths. Oh, should practice what I preach, really, shouldn't I, about getting things connected up and, you know, no worky, no footpathy. Right, so let's get one going down the back here to that road there and connect all these up here. Marvellous. That's that. That. That's it, get on there. What's happening with that? Well, this one, see, if I'd made that path just a tad more away from that building, it wouldn't be complaining. Okay, okay. Bosh, 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 bosh. Bosh. One more. And let's take that like that. No. Oh, there you go. And then out here a bit more. I hope all this faffing around is paying off. There you go. There you go. Just didn't give them enough breathing space to get out. Right, now what I should be able to do is select that building, which didn't want to... Oops, let's get out of there first. Select that, and then... Oh, that's the next thing. Have we got power? No, it's saying it's got no access. Bloody hell, you can't get any closer than that. Is that the next thing? We haven't got power here. Yeah, I thought so. God, just when you think you're on top of things, something comes and bites you in the backside. Right, so let's look at our voltage situation. Did I only bring... Yeah, medium power from there. Oh, okay, we got stuff here. That's okay. So, where do I want to get to? Up there. If I come out here, round the back, to there, and then bring that over the range up there. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to need this space for... Oh, no, we're doing fine. That's okay. That's gone down to there. Right, now I need a transformer or substation, as they call it. Okay, let's connect that up to a road before we get flaming disasters like we did yesterday. What's going on there? Why won't you connect? Yeah, you've gone there. Right, so let's bring that back a little bit. Get rid of that and that. Bit of power lineage right out from there to there, and hopefully we now have voltage. Have we? Whoops. Let's get rid of that. Have we got voltage? Yes, indeed. Right, you got voltage. Yep. Right, let's bring you up with some education workers. There. Right. Why is this saying it hasn't got a connection to that building? When it should have. Right, is it a case of just connecting that path there? Oops, let's select it first. That from there. Oh, see, that's in the way now. To there. To there. Trick is, will that do it? No. Well, there's a shed load of people walking that way. They've detected something on that path. Okay, I'm going to run one more just in case it even things up. From there, if I can get the path, no. Oh, down to there. Come on, because there's people. Oh. Do that, then to there. Oh yeah, see, people have took that path straight away, and I'm hoping they'll take that shortcut to the mine. Let's have a look at the resources in there. 42. Well, it was better than 10, which is what we had earlier. Okay, yeah. Well, what's happening with this building here? Yeah, come on, get to work. Let's get some more people in. 10 in there. Let's maximise that. The trouble is, like I say, is sustaining them and keeping them on. That's the problem. Right, let's staff these buildings with them. There you go, you got that. Okay, maximum number reached. Far, blimey, we've got full employment in there. Near enough. Okay, that's going up slowly but surely. Not ideal. I'd like to see a lot more in there, considering the amount of housing and buses and trains we've got coming up here. Oh God, look, what's going on at the stations? It's like the bus is the winner, isn't it? Oh, right, we've just had a pickup. That's why the number's down here. So, okay, I can now... right, okay, that's one thing I have missed, is linking the station up to this part here. Look at that, straight to there. We can come out of there. Down to there. There you go. People making use of it already. See, you really have got to think about this game, you know, it's which is good. That's what it's all about, is getting the brain cells going, especially when you get to my age. Stop me getting dementia. I need something that's going to get the old cogs going, and I must say this game certainly does get the old cogs going. Right, okay, so we got a bit more movement going on at the moment. There you go, bus, let's go in there, train station. Right, we're starting to get a few people on there. Just passengers though, and students. Well, I've decided the university is going to go down here in the city area, but we need a bit of it now that this is expanding up here. Slowly but surely, I think I've got more housing up here than I have in the main city area. So we want to concentrate these people with more work down here somehow, and that I think will be taken up once I've got the power station. So now, which we're running out of room for. Probably going to have to run that around here somewhere. Get this flattened out. Have the power station here. We can tap into the network fine. And, you know, if we're making enough, backfeed. Meanwhile, how's our coal production going? Is that extra? No, that's fine. Yep, the extra hopper hasn't bed into it too much, but we've sort of doubled our money now, which is good. It's just that I'm spending so much, we're not really sort of reaping the benefits of the profits. But there you go, it's keeping us topped up. And, yeah, right, I'm going to take a quick break. Do a latrine break. How do you fancy some more Mr. Bolokov Mr. Bolokov dancing girls? Here they are. Yeah, let's have some dancing girls. Back again. Right, okay, there's that familiar music that we all love as the soundtrack to Soviet Republic. Workers and Resources. Right, here we are back in the Bolokov Hills, and you know what's happening, because I've took that bit of a break and I've come back. Is that sun coming up or is it going down? I'm hoping it's coming up, because I've got work to do, and we're on the hunt today. We're going to be looking for oil, and knowing my luck, it's going to be millions of miles away, which we can do without, but we're going to get the Yankee dollar to finance this expedition and all the expense that comes with it. But meanwhile, it's getting dark, so I think we need to do... Oh, look at that, there's the sunset. Yeah, and the moon's up there as well, isn't it? Yeah, very nice. Right, okay, so let's take stock on what we've got at the moment. Well, our train system's working. I just don't think we've got the, well, they call it in statistical terms, penetration into the workforce at the moment, but I'm sure we'll get there. Back down here in Bolokov City, the only work we've really got going on down here is the wood company, and that's not doing too well. There's 4 workers in the sawmill. There's 8 out of 30 in the logging section. Pallets, boards, we got flipping loads. And I did promise that we are going to get this railway track from the loading bay up onto the main line, so we can shift some of this wood that's stockpiling here, because we've got 2 lorries doing the business at the moment. But are we actually producing enough panels to justify a train at the moment? I don't think so. I think we might end up doing something else here. I might eventually get rid of this wood sawing company and extend out here to the fields to the south of the city with the farming side of things, and invest in meat, crops and clothing, I think, to get the profits up, and we'll use this storage. Well, no, hold up a minute. Can that deal with it? No, we're going to probably have to change that as well, so we can store that type of stuff before we start getting into the vodka as well. Right, daybreak's coming, which is good. We're going off on a expedition right now. We're going to be looking for oil, so we'll select the old oil pump here, and let's go hunting. Right, where do we start? That's the thing. So let's have a look here. Let's get a bit of height. Right. Yeah, I didn't survey this before, so I'm not too sure where our oil resource is going to be. We'll soon know when these red circles go green sort of and yellowish, which gives us an idea. Right up against the border there, so I don't think we're going to have much luck there. So oh, look at that, right in the dip of this lake and around it. Okay, let's put a marker down there to let us know that there is some oil down there, some lubricant stuff. Hover over that till it goes yellow. That's it. There you go. And we can change the name. I'm just going to call that oil. Whoops. No, capital letters. Come on. Oil F Alpha. There you go. Oil field Alpha is there. Before we do that, let's see if there's anywhere a little bit closer on the other side, which I doubt. I don't think we can get any closer than that. We're pushing our luck there. Right, where's Bolokov? We're there. So I'm wondering if we can just hop across the river, and there's any resource around here at all. Nope, not down there. Anything down here? Yeah, no, I think we're pushing our luck here. I think we're lucky enough to get that close, which, you know, it's not that far. So what's the worst case? We've got our railway track, goods track coming out here, so we can come out the other side of this, across the fields here. I think we may have, not even got to build a tunnel or nothing by the looks of it. So mainly it's all to the south here, so it's actually in the water. It's here. There's not a heap load of it, but there's enough for us to turn a steady profit. Okay, right. That said, I think before we do the railway tracks, do I have to get a... let's think about this, because I'm going to spend quite a bit of money on raising the water level here, the terrain, to get the oil pumps on top. So do I build a quick road, or do I need to? No, I can dump down a construction office here, can't I? I'll just right, we'll put a gravel track out just along this side, because I don't think there's much oil on this side of the pond, as it were. That's a road vehicles depot. I need a construction office, so that's one of these, and we go clonk down here. Yeah, well, stick that there, and we don't need electricity for construction offices apparently. So we'll dump that down there, because I know that that's too far for my diggers to work down the other end. Right, I'm going to be doing this project all in dollars. We'll get rid of those dollars, because I'm not near any US borders at this very moment, so we can use that up, and I've got no chance of replenishing it, and we don't really need it at the moment, because I'm hoping to make most of our profits in rubles. Right, okay, so let's get into there. What do we need? Some bulldozers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because that's quite hard work. Yeah, let's get a biggie here, one of those, and one of those. There we go, because that's got tracks on it, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Right. That should see us straight for leveling the water level here, because if we check again, we can see most of the oil is all on this side. So if I can raise the terrain this side to halfway in, we'll be cooking with gas, right? So I'm going to do this from dollars, maximize the radius here. There we go. And this ain't costing us a penny, because we've got the resources to do it. That's why I built a construction office here. So, because you'll be surprised how much it adds up if you're doing quite a bit of terrain work, or terraforming as they call it. It's quite expensive. And we're on a budget. We need lots of it for vodka. There we go. Let's brand that in. I'm on a tipple tonight. I'm on Doom Bar, which I understand is that a Devon drink? Is it Devon or Cornwall? I can't remember. It's down there in the southwest of England, and it's a very nice tipple indeed. I think I was drinking the amount of vodka that I'm drinking beer tonight, this stream would not be running. You'd be hearing snoring, I think. Right, so we need to come out about halfway, which I think our marker would be about there. So now, if we go straight across that way and expand out, I think as the water gets deeper in the middle, it takes longer to flatten out the terrain. Which makes sense, doesn't it? You know, it can't be all plain sailing. But just remember, folks, this isn't costing us a penny. This is all about blood, sweat and tears. This is costing us, that's it. And our folks are absolutely committed to the Republic. There you go. Look at that. It's quite relaxing watching, really, isn't it? There we go. Let's move it out this way. Splosh. Splosh, splosh, splosh. There, that's it. Keep it coming. I know this might be a bit boring to some of you, but this is the joys of, doing it expertly like we do. Right, okay. Do you know what? I think I've gone overboard there. I think... There you go. That will do us. What do you think? Should we give it a test? Let's have a look. Let's get our oil pumps here, or derricks as they. Oh yeah, I have gone a bit over the top, but you know, hasn't cost us anything. Yeah, it's got us nicely for there and there as well. Okay, I think it's time to get some derricks put down. Before I do that, let's zoom in a little bit so we get maximum oilage. Right, so I want them all facing the same way. That's quite good coverage for that one. Stick that one down there, and then we'll come down here as we see. Here's got quite a lot there. That one there, and I think I'm going to start out with 3. Oh, what's going on there? Is it on top of a rock or something? Was it? Okay, so we got 3 oil wells there. We can fund them now with dollars, because the good old Yankee Doodles are paying for these. That one, let's get that one there. With dollars. Okay. The next challenge will be getting power here as well. And that's why I've picked this one, because we're not too far away. But we'll get the infrastructure in, which is important. Alright, we need one of these pumps. This is a 3-into-1 pump, so 3 inputs and 1 output. We'll place that there. And let's get the pipes connected, shall we? So, right, we'll fund that first. US dollars. If I click this US auto bill from US dollars from now, that'll sort us out. Right, some pipage. So that one should go straight into there like that. Nice flat ground here, so we ain't got to mess around raising and lowering pipes here. So, no, that's okay. We'll get away with that. I thought it was facing the wrong way. That's one. Right, so we need the same setup somewhere else, and I think we're going to do it over here. So we've got 3 derricks into one, because we're going to fill 1 oil tank, and one of these oil tanks takes 2 inputs, and I want to get that stocked up before we start trading on it, so that as soon as we start trading, we got a nice full tank. And right, okay, sorry, I'm just looking. Yeah, that's my output. Sorry. Okay, right. So let's look for some more derricks. Let's put a few more derricks down, and for that I need to go in construction again. That there. So we're looking from this side now, and what I want to do. Right, let's look at the. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot. There's more than I thought here, actually. Where am I going to put the tank in that case? Yeah, that can come up here. So. Let's put one there. Let's put one right over here, because there's a lot there. One there. And one in the middle. Try not to... That's it. That'll do us. Right, so we need another 3-into-1 pumpage. Let's go to the pumper. That one there. And we can connect them up into this one. Going to stand aside a little bit, because got enough room for the pipes coming up from the other direction as well. Right, so what are we doing? We're doing that one to there, that one to there, that one to there, and the oil tank. We've got to check here which is the inputs, which is the outputs. It's very important, which is in, which is out. So we've got 2 inputs of them on that side. So that one's going to come up round there, I think. Oh, a bit more. There you go. Whack that there. Come on. Down you go. Right. Let's zoom in a bit. That one can connect to there. And this one. I don't think we're going to get a direct connection, are we? No, I thought not. Right, we need to raise it up a little bit there. So that's key E to raise the pipe. We'll let that go there, and then we've got a bit more raisage to do here. That's up there. I think it was that other pipe that was in the way, wasn't it? Is that going to catch that? There you go. Right, so hopefully, there you go. We are piped up. Let's just give them a double check. That's going across there. Well, the easy way to check is to click on the pumps, because it tells you whether they're connected or not. So that's, yep, that's got 4 connections. That's got 4 connections. And yeah, okay. That should be connected as well. Let's just double check then, because that doesn't really confirm it. Yeah, that's connected there. That's connected there. Okay, that's good. Right, okay, it's dark. So we need to think about getting some electricity here so that we can get the derricks up and running. And whilst we're faffing around with the railway track, this tank will be filling up. So, you know, I've used a bit of foresight here is to get that tank full rather than wait for it after we've built everything. So let's give that a go. I'm just waiting for daylight, so let's speed this up, shall we? And whilst that's speeding up, I'm going to have some refreshing. Listen to this. That's me filling my glass up there. Lovely, jubbly. Doombar. Okay. Yeah, whilst we're doing this, see the rubles are having a chance to catch up again. Right, so there's our start of our oil plantation down there. Looking very gorgeous indeed. What we need to do now is get a railway track down here. And if I'm right... Yes, I think we are just over the hill here somewhere. No, a little bit that way. Oh, here we are. Yeah, it's a bit further than I thought, actually. But never mind. I think we'll get there. Let's angle the camera up. So if we get the railway line going across this field, over this bit here, we might have a bit of a tunnel or bridge, but we should be okay. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Alright, so from the other side of... where are we? Where's our... Here it is. Hopefully, this should be pretty straightforward. But first of all, I think it's time we need to flatten this over here. Just to make it a bit easier for this railway line, because I can see this area in a particular problem. Oh god, yes, look at that. That's going to be a problem if we haven't sorted this bit of terrain out. It's even quite steep here. Okay, hopefully that's give us a bit of a head start. Let's turn that down because we can hear the traffic going on around there. In actual fact, let's turn that around and well, it shouldn't be so noisy. Okay, let's get a railway track out of this end of the building. I knew it. What's it saying? Too big descent downhill. Right, look, come on, stop being a wuss, will you? Raise that up. There you go, we're out. We are out. Right, let's get that to there. Bit of a bend again. And hopefully we can come out to there. And then we want to head off this way, don't we? So hopefully that bit of flattening has paid off for us. Yeah, there you go. Right, so let's get that round there. We're heading in the right direction. We want to start going off that way then. One hopes. Oh, that's steep. We might have to carry on going up there a bit. That is steep. Oh, had a bit of green then. There you go. That'll do. It's only a goods line, so it hasn't got to be perfectly straight. Then there. Right, okay, let's get this up-down thing going. I think I'm going to keep this thing because I think as we grow, you know, double tracks are always the way to go. But I think this one's going to struggle by the looks of it. Oh, there you go. Oh, I might have to come out at an angle like that. There you go. Right, okay. Should be plain sailing now, he says. Out to there. Follow the curve. I'll just marry it up with this one. We know we ain't got to go all the way because this one is going to have a couple of trains on it. We're not going to do this. We'll start off with one. Oh god, is that going to go down there? That's it. Go dark just to. Well, I've kept it on double time. That was my fault. So it's going to get dark double quick. Let's hopefully. I think we need to. Yeah, okay. Go to there as well. You follow that. Marvellous. Right, so we need to head off that way now. I'm going a bit off course here. Bit off skew. Bit skew-whiff. Okay, right, so if we bring that one down there. Oh, there we go, daylight. Right, let's remember, bringing that down to normal speed, so it's not... Oh, that one, we're doing pretty well to there. Okay. This one can join up with it there. Bit of an angle, but there you go. Nothing wrong with an angle of dangle now and again. Alright, okay, let's bring that to there. Oh, we're not too far off. Right, the tricky bit will be navigating this rocky area. Remembering to leave enough space for this track next to it. Once you pile through, you have no problem getting the other track with it. But as you can see here, do you know what I was saying earlier about soft ground and harder ground? This seems very soft. Look how far down it buries itself. So, right, there you go. And the key is, as soon as it goes green, is get off that key, because if you leave your finger on it too much, it overdoes itself and it goes all terribly pear-shaped. Do you know what? We're nearly home now. Here we go. Was that connected? Let's hope that's not too... Yeah, that's fantastic, I think. Oh, get there. There you go. Right, get off that key. Let's bring our other track alongside it. As I say, it's already channeled out, so this is plain sailing now, because this track hasn't got to worry about the terrain, because the first one's done all the work for it. That's the general consensus, unless you're navigating around rocks, which this ploy doesn't always work. Right, okay, let's get that down to there. Marvellous, 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 marvellous. Right, and I'm not going to do no more with that apart from get that going into the right direction, which is over that way somewhere, until we've got our oil refinery set up. So I know we're down here on pretty flat ground here. I could be a bit anal about this and yeah, flatten it out to the terrain that's around here, which I think isn't a bad ploy, because it is a bit bumpy. So let's... I'm paying for it again. What am I doing? I keep doing this, you know. I set it up, go for the expense of getting my own diggers and all that, and oops. Yeah, I'm hoping that I'm not doing more damage than good here. Let's make sure that it's relatively green dots to what I'm doing here, which it is. I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. As long as that's all green down there, we got a bit of, as you can see, look, it's doing a great job until we hit rocks. Yeah, there, so we've got to avoid that. A bit of slippage there by the looks of it. Yeah, it's a bit more moundy here, which I was hoping it wasn't going to be, because this is when I'll put the oil refinery and the filling stations. Right, so a bit of averaging here before I do anything too drastic. The averaging's a little bit more gentler than forcing it out. It's here I'm worried about. Yeah, there you go. I think we'll be alright. It's just me panicking. There's nothing wrong with the odd Friday night panic, if you're into that. Right, so I think we got more than enough area there. Let's just make sure that goes relatively yellow. Yeah, that's fine. So there's a bit yellow. Right, now I can do me sort of central stuff. There you go. Yeah, this takes a bit longer. Yeah, this is the boring bit actually, is doing all the flattening. But there is another way around this as well, because if I get the footprint of a oil refinery, which is going to be there, and then get this to do most of the flattening for us, which would be good. So if we start there, that's pretty much flat. And then if you went all the way along like this, as long as it goes sort of yellow and not red like that, you know you're going to have a pretty good idea that things are going to be flat. See, it's going red there, which is a bit concerning. But I think, no, that was because I've got a derrick in the way. Right, So let this do all the work. Let the buildings do the footprint for you. And of course, I'm still not paying for it because my diggers are out there doing all this, as you can see. All right, let's get a bit closer. Let's get that flat there. Right, whilst this is doing this, I'll leave you with some of the music. Yeah, it's fascinating watching it work, isn't it, eh? Right, hopefully this is cheating it a little bit by getting things pretty much level. Hopefully. Oh, I love this track. Here we go. Let's listen to this. I love this. La 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 la. Right, across here. There we go. Let's get this flat. Cha 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 cha. Right, there we go, that there, and just this little bit here as well. I think we'll be fine after we get this bit done. It's more the railway track I am concerned about. Right, here we go. That's that's a bit better, isn't it? There you go. Okay. Without overdoing it, I think that will be fine. So what we need to establish now is, let's turn that down a bit. Hold up, there you go. The inputs and the outputs. Right, the inputs are on the right-hand side here. We're planning to have, we've got one tank so far, which I think, yeah, did I balls this up? Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with having one input at the moment, so as long as it's pretty green down here for the railway. Oh, that looks pretty. Or is that because, no, that's because I'm near the infrastructure there. So if we get this flat here, near enough guaranteed myself any lines that I build into this are going to be okay. There you go, that's green there, that's green there, that's only, yep, so happy with that. Right, let's get that flat, because that's basically where I want to put the oil refinery. We've got room for the other tank over the other side. God, this really is all over the place, this one. But what's it doing to the land here? See, look. Yeah, I thought my little cheat would be okay, but no, look, it's that's okay, because well, you're going to run pipes out to the depots from there, so we're okay. Right, well, let's plonk it down here once it's got itself level. Yeah, that's going to take some time, isn't it? We haven't picked the most optimal area to build this, but yeah, I think we'll be okay, because we're only going to run pipes out to that bit where it's flat, where we're going to put the delivery bits. Right, build that from dollars. Okay, so come out of that, click that, and bosh, build from dollars, and hopefully is that building? Oh, yeah, it's building. Okay, right, so A couple of pumps down there. We got the rail line coming in there, so we're going to need unloading loading station, ensuring we've got our pipes around the right way. So inputs are on that side. We have outputs there, and without, I think we're going to do a bit of flattening here before we do that, because I want to get a bit closer. Oh god, that is all over the place there. Yeah, I just want to get into about here for the second station, the filling station as it were. Flatten that bit out there. There you go. This, as I say, I'm not too worried about, because this is pretty much okay. Just get rid of a bit here, flatten it over there. I'm doing it again, I'm paying for it, aren't I? And I've got my own construction office here. First class plank you are, Mike. Mr. Bolokov. Right, okay. That's that. Right, let's get these filling stations in now. So again, ensuring that I've got me innies and me outies around the right way. I wish that sign would bugger off. Right, okay, so what we're going to have to do is just zoom in a little bit more so I can see what I'm doing here. So I want 2 stations down here. Filling stations, that is. Or loading, unloading. Right, inputs around that way. So I'm going to put 1 about there, and for the other outputs that are coming up there, 1 about, hold on, let's get this sort of pretty much lined up, so that's there. So it pays off, you know, even using a building's footprints to try and get your terrain level here, because otherwise you're chasing your tail. Let me speed the time up here, because we've gone into darkness again, and as you know, you can't get much done in the dark, and you know, we've got no power up here at the moment to light things up. I've lost my railway line. There it is. Okay. Oh, we got a bit of moonlight shining on the lake. All right, so what we've got to do here, from this 2-line scenario, we're going to go into a 4-line scenario. 1 up, 1 down, as it were, to make things easier for us. Is daybreak coming yet? Yes, here we go. Right, so let's slow time down again so we make the most of daylight. I've got to get these funded. That's funded, and that one funded. We're running out of dollars. I said I was going to fund this oil side in dollars. Let's see how we go. I might have to nip into some rubles, but I'm going to stick with my plan. Once we get to 5 million rubles, that's it. The big spends are stopping, and we're going to maximize our returns before we go bankrupt. This is a big gamble going with oil straight away. I've got to get some oil tankers yet. To start with, I want to use the one train that's doing the coal deliveries. I'm going to add some oil tankers to it rather than another train, and try and do it all in one, see how we go. Right, so here we go. We're going to make a 2x4 rail system here, and straight away I see a problem. Oh, right, soft ground, so we could get away with this. Right, so up is on that one, and then down. That should follow that one to there, like that. Oop. See, I'm being a plank again. I should have gone right up to it. Oh. Is that connected? Hopefully that's connected. Let's see. Build that from dollars. Have we got enough dollars? Should have. There you go. Right, and the trick is, depending how big your trains are going to get, is to make these areas as long as you can. Yeah, I think the best thing is to run these straight like that, and you downline like that. Oh. And it's most important, once you've built this, is you get the signalling right, because you can get in a right mess if you're running 2 or 3 trains, and they're sharing these facilities. But we'll get to that. We know about our chain signals now. Earlier I did give you a bit of a demonstration how the chain signals work. Right, so let's get these linked up now. So this is our up line. which is going to link into that one as well. And that's the down line, which I'll link onto that line. Wow. Do you know what? I'm not a perfectionist, but that does annoy me. We'll sort that out. Right, let's get that to there, step at a time, and then bring that. No, it's not going to have it. See, it won't. Okay, that's fine. It's no big dramas. Importantly, we get our crossover X here, so that the trains have the choice of using both sides of the filling station, and they can get back onto the accordion line whether they're going up or down afterwards. Right, yeah. That's doing some weird stuff. Let's zoom in. Hold up. Let's have a look. What is going on there? Why doesn't it want to do my X? There it does. Well, it's a bit of an odd shape, but yeah, I suppose it knows what I mean. Let's get one on there as well. Okay, right. So importantly, I start on the depot side first, and we know that they're going to be two-way tracks, in and out. Whoops. What am I doing? There you go. On there. And same for that line. And same for that line. So these are two-way tracks, because obviously there's no way out of here at the moment. They're going to have to come back down. But when it gets to this side, this will be down the up signal. Oh, why won't it let us place one there? What's going on? Let's trace that again. Right, okay. Should we... Christ, what's going on there? It's not letting us place any signals on that line at all. And I'm wondering it's because of this gap between... Whereas here it's fine, and there's a bit of a gap. Right, this one we know is up. This one's down. Yeah, that could be a problem. Yeah, it's not letting us place a semaphore there. I think we need a bit of re-engineering on that line. And okay, that's no problem. We can get that sorted, yeah, because if you look here, the gap's correct. When we get here, it's a bit tight. So, okay, let's undo that. That's why I was struggling with this, I think. Okay, let's undo that. And I only, hopefully, have to undo one side of this line. So, let's do that. Take that out. Yeah, it's struggling to distinguish. Oh, that one there. Right, okay. Yeah, this is really tight here. This is all got to come out. Man, oh man. Right, let's take that back. Let's take this one back again. Right, let's not try it to be so close together on this one. Let's leave a gap, because if you don't leave a gap, and I don't think that's going to happen, because that's where it's starting to come in. That's what's causing the problem, is this bit here. I have to get rid of that signal as well, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's all the way out. Oh, man. Right, okay, let's try and keep that gap this time, so it's gonna... There you go, that's better. Yeah, hopefully you're learning via my mistakes. If you make it too tight like that, you're going to run into problems when you're placing your signals. And on a junction like this, the last place you want to have run into a problem placing signals is here. There you go. Now that's more symmetrical, because I was struggling before, wasn't I, with signals. Right, okay. So that's that. Why is that red already? Oh, yeah, I know why. Because it is actually connected the other end, and it's seeing a train. Right, so before our crossovers, we've got two-way sections. Oh, I'm going to have to bring that one from there. Otherwise it's going to complain. That one there as well. Right, so And then we've got our up and downs. So we know this one's a down. This one's an up. Right, but there's a difference here between these two ups. This is a junction. Let's turn that down because it's a bit distracting now, that music. We're coming into a junction here when we're coming into this system. And what we want to do, for example, if we had two trains coming in on this line here, if one of the trains took this route into the oil filler, instead of this being red and this one having to wait before that comes out, we want to put a signal here that allows it to go across the line into this one. So what we have to do is put a chain signal. So the important thing to remember with a chain signal is it's always needed when you're going into a junction. So in this case, we're coming into the junction this side, and this is where it needs to be controlled. We need to make that a chain signal. So if we click that again with a chain symbol, we see it goes to a double arrow. So what will happen is if a train comes into here, it will go blue instead of red. So if another train comes along, it says, right, I'm blue because you can go up into this section. And once that train has gone into there, it will go red to say, right, that's it, I'm full up. Until one of these trains comes out, gets back on the right side. I mean, this train will be okay because it will come straight out, but this train on this left-hand track will have to come across the X junction, and it will come out this way. So we've got to make sure that these two input or inward signals are chain signals. So we do the same this side as well. And when we've got a junction like this, I'm going to lose the screen again for a minute because that script has gone off. Yeah, when we've got a junction, when it comes back, right, like this, we have to do a similar thing. Right, so we're going to have trains coming in here. We got signals there, but we'll have to do the same here. So in, both ways, two ways. No, that one's one way, isn't it? Sorry, I do apologise. Up, down, up, down. So from this angle, we need a chain signal here, which will say effectively, whoops, and we want it up, which will say effectively if these two are blocked, that will go blue, and so well, if you're going that way, you can go into filling station 2 if it's on its route, something like that. But this is very basic. I mean, we don't have to worry about this too much at the moment because I'm only going to be running initially the one train in here. I've just future-proofed this to allow us up to, if we cannot push, 4 trains. But I think when you get to that stage, you're going to be taking away more than the oil you can produce. So the safe way to do this is that if you've got 2 trains running, I normally say, right, the first train goes to this filling station, the second one goes to this one, and then vice versa. So they're never in the same filling station at the same time, hopefully. But if they have to, they've got the choice because we've got this X junction there that lets 2 trains into one filling station. Okay, right, that's that. I'm going to put a couple of precaution signals in here, so that it stops that going red too much up that end. Oh, blimey, this is yeah, this is going to be a significant run. Which in some cases is not too bad because it gives the oil processing station a chance to refill the tanks in between drop-offs. Okay, I think we're nearly there now, aren't we? That one there. Did I put that the right way round? Yeah, that one's okay. That one. Yep. Let's speed this up so we get daylight again. And I don't think we need that. Oh, blimey. This is going to be a long old run. Oh. Yeah, that's gone red because there'll be a train in the block that this joins onto, which isn't too far. Wow, this is a long way. I don't need too many more signals until we get to, yeah, we start to integrate here. So let's get a couple laid down here so that we ain't got any congestion. Gives them a chance to stack and not cause congestion on the passenger line, which I don't want. I want to try and avoid that if we can. Oops, one way, that way, and that one that way. That's why this one red here, because this is seen as a block down here, and I haven't got any signals. So if I need to put some clearing signals here now, which is there. No, that's too near. I'll keep doing this, so I'll keep forgetting about the trailers and everything on the length of them. Right, that would be okay. I think we'll be fine. This one's red. Why is it red? Oh, yeah, because you're in there. So that should now, when it clears this signal, that should go green, which it has. Brilliant. Is there anything I need to do with that? No. Okay, I think we're cooking with gas. All I need to do now is get some electricity out there, and hopefully I've used my noddle and put a high power switch up here somewhere. Yep, that's there. He's gonna... No, I need to put a switch in. High voltage switch, which means I'm going to have to do some jiggery pokery here. I put that in that way round. No. It's going to have to be... Well, it's going to be a strange angle, isn't it? It's going to have to be like that. Okay, we can... Right, okay. Sorry, guys, you're going to have a bit of a power cut for now. Take that one out. Them. Oh, that one. Let's see how we do with that. It's going to have to be at a funny angle. Or I could... Yeah, okay, we'll take that up instead. So, if I plonk that there... get these joined up again. That one's that way. No, I always like... That's it. Right, just check to see that we've got voltage there. Yep. So everything coming off there should be fine. What's going on there? Okay. Right, now I need to take some pylons out down towards the oil field, or the oil wells. Double ensuring that these connect. Where's the oil field? That way. You've got to head off oil field alpha to there. Importantly, just check that these wires here connect. Yeah, they do. Okay, right, follow that through. We're nearly there. Not too far. Where are we going? There. Oh, I've left it double time again, so that means it's going to get dark. Ultra quick. Right, so that's across the railway line. Oh, we ain't got that far to go now. I'm hoping before it gets pitch black, I can get this one in to the refinery. Where are you? You're up there, aren't you? Is that connected? Yep. Right, and here we are. Right, so it's time to break out to some medium voltage. But we're going to do that once daylight is back with us, because I won't be able to see a thing. So I need to get in of that screen. High voltage wires, then we need a transformer. Okay, taking a quick break, and we'll be back to do that just after some more Dancing Girls. Oh, I thought we were going to get some Dancing Girls. What happened there? Come on, Dancing Girls. Get on with it. Okay, back again. Right, okay. The sun has came up, so we're now able to see what we're doing. So we need a high voltage power supply, not a voltage switch, transformer rather. So that's going to provide this area with medium voltage, which we're going to need because we're going to need some workers down here as well. Which means, yes, you know, we've got to do some residential stuff here. So I think we're going to have to get passenger trains down here as well, which means they're going to be sharing the same routes. But we'll worry about that once we've got this up and running. So hopefully now here I've got some voltage, yeah? Yeah, I have. Okay, so we need a power transformer in the medium voltage menu, which is one of these, and if I stick that right, one thing I've gotten is the most important thing, which is the roads around here. So I'm going to need 2 transformers, one up here. Is that right? The electricity thing's pointing that way, that's fine. So we'll plonk that one there. We're going to need another one here for these pumps. Let's go that way. So the electricity is coming that way. Can't build here. Infrastructure. Oh, it's down. Right. Okay. Right. Importantly, something that I keep forgetting once you build these remote areas like this is it's got to be sort of semi-self-efficient in terms that this knows this is oil fields and there will be fires, and if you haven't got all this infrastructure connected in some sort of way and no fire station, you're going to start losing bucks. So yeah, it's best to get that all sorted out at this stage. I mean, stupidly I've run the pipes in, and like here, that's going to cause me a problem. So it is and it isn't, because all I do if I've got problems with pipes in the way is demolish the bloody thing. Is it this one that I need to get rid of? Yeah, it's that one. What else am I going to need to get rid of? These ones are pretty much okay down here. So let's go back to the roads. As long as I remember, that's the thing. As long as I remember to put the bloody road back in, which I always forget. I forget something all the time, and that's one of the privileges of getting old. Being an old geezer. All right, will that go there? Yeah, that connects there. Okay, that road should connect to that. And I can't stress enough, this is all in aid of making sure that the fire services have got access to all this plant, because otherwise you do end up wasting a lot of money replacing infrastructure because you haven't got access to fire services. I'll keep going on about it. It's because I've made the mistake so many times myself. I'll try and get the same message across to you guys. Well, I can go around there. There's a bit of a long way round, but it'll do the job. Will it connect? Will it not? Okay, we'll bring you to there and do that. So that one's connected. That one can go up to there, and if I connect that to there, that'll give it a bit of a shortcut, won't it? Oh no, it won't. There you go. You can go to there. Right, so that's connected. Most importantly, the oil tank. Will it let us go up there? That's a bit steep, isn't it? Come on, there you go. Lovely. Right, you can connect into there. Where's the road access to the? It's this one. No, too good to be true to connect all in one go, wouldn't it? There you go. Right, so you can go there. Then we got these things here, the filling stations. Wow, that is a bit of an incline there. I think we're gonna have hold. No. All right, this is going to be a long way around this one, I think. It's not even flattening the terrain here. I think we're going to have to do that with a bit of manual manipulation. Wow, that's That's going to be a lot of work. A hell of a lot of work. I'm wondering if, you know, if we can bring it down bit by bit. Let's try that. Well, we've run out of dollars for a start. We've got $7 left. No wonder it wasn't doing what I thought it was going to do with the auto flattening. There you go. That's that one. Can we get this across the railroad? No. Right, we can connect that one up though to here, can't we? So at least that's got some coverage. Get this one round to this road here. And Bob's your auntie in this day and age. Right, okay. Oh, we've got the substation to... Well, that... Yeah, that, oh, look at that. Sorted. Right, so I think we're covered. We've got all our oil pumps here covered up, ready to go. That one's connected, that one's connected. This one isn't. There you go, that can go there. Well, that's it. Brilliant. I know I seem to be going over the top doing this, but I've had learnt my lesson so many times here trying to do this. Right, okay, cancel contract method. We'll do it with rubles. This one as well. Cancel and then do with rubles. What's happened there is because I started funding this with US dollars, the roads were going, well, we're not going to finish off because the Yanks have run off now. Until you then cancel it and then fund it with rubles, that road won't get built. But hopefully now, oh, there's one here. So for example, this I tried to do with US dollars. I'd run out of cash. So if you cancel the contract and then press fund construction from rubles, it will finish the job. So no dramas. If you did wonder what I was doing there. Just a quick check to see that everything's built there. Okay, so rail infrastructure's in place. What I haven't got is a connection from the tank here to the oil refinery. I'm hoping to get a second connection on there in a few moments. But first of all, you know, bit at a time. Let's get this tank connected over, and it's going to moan straight away because there's a road there. Right. Oh, blimey. That's might be a bit too steep. I don't know. No, of course not. That's connected nicely there. Right. So we got our first tank, and first thing, are the derricks running? Yeah. No. Why are they not running? No power. Did I connect up the... no, I haven't, you donk. You first-class donk. Always forget something, don't I? Right, okay, so we need some voltage, like, from to there. And then we need some voltage... Where did I put the other one? Oh, way over here, didn't I? That can go from there. Right, okay, bring that. No, that's not connected. See, this is what I hate about doing them ones there like that. Right, so I'll bring this one out to it. How far we got to go? Is it? Will it match up? Will it marry? No, too much of an angle. Again, it's all to do with the angle of the dangle, as they say. Right, so I should. No. That one, it's this one. If I get rid of that, what is going on here? Where's these two appear from? No wonder they couldn't connect. Right, so if I now wangle that, is that the right one? Yeah. There to there, we should have voltage. Yep, we have. And on that one, we should have voltage. Well, I know we have because the derricks are now going up and down, which means this little baby should start filling up if I've got all my pumps set up correctly. So let's check this one here. That's missing a connection. Ah, yeah. You know why? Because I took it off, didn't I, to run the roads round. So good job. I see. This is why you've got to check, and double check, especially if you're a twat like me. Sorry about the... Well, we've gone past the 9 o'clock watershed here, so I can call myself names now. Yeah, especially if you're a complete utter Burke like myself, you need to check and double check your own work. There we go. Right, so that needs to go from there to, oh, we've got another one to get over. There you go, get your leg over there, and then connect your pipe to that. There you go. Plugs and sockets, mate. Plugs and sockets. That's what it's all about. Right, so now I'll connect that. That's got 4-way connection. 3 ins and 1 out, and this one should be 3 ins and 1 out. And this tank should be bubbling up now. Yeah. 4% filled. So by the time we've got a bit of supporting infrastructure around here, like in housing and stuff like that, because we're going to need some people, and it's a lot of people to run this. It's a lot of people. Look, 500 workers maximum, and we're having problems with buildings back in Bolokov that only need 50 people. We're lucky to get 5. Yeah. Right, dark again, so let's go double time, because I need to get back to Bolokov, to the train yard, to think about capacities. What sort of train am I? No, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this on a budget. This is going to be the Lidl and Audi version of goods manoeuvres. Till we get some. What's he got a question mark for? What's going on here now? I thought our money was going down a bit too quick. What is going on with our goods train? It wants to go to the oil field when I've set it up here. Oh, did I delete the crossover? Yes. No, I didn't. It's here. It's the signalling. It's the signalling that's messed it up. This is all 2-way, isn't it? Oh, you spoon. You absolute spoon, Mike. How much money we lost whilst I've been waffling over at the oil field? How much money have we lost? Wait, look, now it's off. Look at that. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Mike, blah, 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 blah. Bolokov, talking Bolokovs. Oh, for flipping X's sake. How much did we lose there because of my incompetence in manoeuvres? And we were just discussing what I'm going to do with this train. What a plank. Right, now the question is, no, I'm going to have to run a second train, because if I try and do it all on this little piddly thing, it's all going to go pear-shaped pretty quick, isn't it? And look, I've lost, what was we on before? 7.3, so I've lost, oh my god, near enough a bloody million rubles, because I'm too busy up the other end waffling, wondering what's going on and putting signals in, to be concerned about the effect it's having on our in-service trains. Oh god, what a spanner. Okay, right, let's think about this. So we've got one side of an oil refinery working, which means half, and I, you know, for experience, I don't want to run anything more than 240 tons of fuel from the oil refinery, because I know that, you know, it's just a waste of time until I got a second connection and a second train running. I want something significant going out to there, because that is quite a distance. Yeah, that's the most expensive one, so that's going to be quite a decent locomotive. Cargo wagons, we're going to need some oil tankers. Like I say, 240 tons I think will be about my limit. So these are 120, so 2 of those. There you go. On that. Let's check its route out. So let's open it up and spin around. And we're going out this way, so it's going to go by. The only thing, I'm going to have to do some sort of bypass there, because if the coal train is filling up, that means the god. Oh no, because it's 2-way, it can use this line, and if I put a diamond here, Right, I'm going to do that now, because I'll forget, and I'm just going to cause one big blockage here. Right, okay, so let's focus in back down here. If we put a diamond track in, we've got to do it on the flat is the best. Oops. Do it on the flat, and that's the best. There you go, that there, and then that one over there. Right, so anything past this can be double. Oh Christ, what have I done? Being a spoon again. Right, so signals, two-way after that. So this one has to become a chain, because it's going to enter the junction, and then it has the opportunity to go either way. Just make sure I've not got any other signals there now. So, right, that one is saying it's red that way, because, yeah, that's working properly, because that's in there. The signal before it, that's chain. What? Ah, right, I see. Yep, okay, pause. I've got too many signals in one place. So if I get rid of this, and that one, down here, that should be blue. The blue signal then tells me, the blue signal tells me, because that's red, there's a train on this track, you can go that way. And then the same should happen this side. Let's turn it off. Paused it just because I want to see what the... yep, that's blue. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Right, carry on. Carry on, old boy, as normal. Right, yeah, it's a lot of getting your head rounds, especially after, what am I on? Pint number 3 of Doom Bar, which isn't too bad. It took me 3 hours to drink 3 pints, but there you go. At least 2 stops required. Well, it does help when I tell my oil train where to go, doesn't it? So we want it to go up here. Well, it's all sounding very busy. I'm just a bit concerned that this is quite a bit of a run that we're trying to pull off here. Let's get some elevation here so we can see where we are. It's quite a run. Right, so I'm going to have to do this twice. So the first stop will be this filling station, because these have come off 2 separate tanks. You can set them that one is fuel and the other one ends up bitumen, but I think at this stage I'm not too worried about that. I'm just, you know, I mean, bitumen does make a lot of money, so I've done that. Yeah, number 1, then to the border, comes back, then fills up from number 2, and then back to the border. Should be its route. Oh, no, I don't want it going there. That's the bloody coal factory, isn't it? Right, okay, so if I open that up now, fuel loading, yeah, border unload, and that should be number 2, unloading, and then unload. Don't know. Right, okay, donk. Yeah, I know, like I say, some of you do like to follow the trains, especially when we're doing our first routes, which we're going to do now. Don't want that. Well, at least we know the signals are working. There you go. Our coal train had to do an emergency stop there. That's red because that knows that's going that way. Fine. Well, no disasters yet. And you know what I'm more surprised at? Like, we've been going all this time, we haven't had a fire yet. I think we're just making up for yesterday where we had 2 in the space of 40 minutes or so. Right, should we speed this up a bit, or do you want to take a gentle ride, being this is our virgin maiden voyage down to the oil station? I think we should cherish it. So we're going to go through the coal works, and now I've got the problem solved. If the coal train is in there, this will be blocked, so I've made it 2-way working in between. As you can see now, it's on the correct side of the track. God, I'm too clever for myself sometimes, even after 3 pints of Doom Bar. Doom Bar. Yeah, it's quite relaxful, you know. Brain's been going a bit too much so far, so it's quite nice watching you train doing its business. So let's follow this into the oil field. I'm going to have a think of what the next task is. I think we might, in actual fact, after this point, stop the stream, because I think we've been going about 3 hours now. 4 hours coming up. What time we get on? I think it was 8 o'clock by the time we got sorted out, so that's 3 hours. That's enough of me and watching all these mistakes and conundrums. Did I get a fire station set up there? And I think I did. I haven't this end, the oil field end, because this is where the fires will start up. Believe you me, if I go on for the next half an hour and I haven't got any anything set up this end, then I know there's going to be fires at the oil field, lots of them. But what I do need to do is get some people working down this end, because this train's going to come away with nothing. Yeah, I was just too excited to get this running. It's just I just want to see if this rail route works before I get people set up down there, and then that oil tank to fill up, and the tanks inside the refinery, so that we've got a full working house before we get our first delivery and our first reward from our oil deliveries, refined oil. Alright, so this is I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to follow this back. I'm just going to take it that it's going to work on the way back. And on its second journey back, it should go into this filling station, the second filling station here I got highlighted. But first of all, it comes into this one. I think you can split these so that if you catch it in time and you put some tanks in. Alright, that's thrown up a question mark, so there is a problem. Now we're going to need to sort that. You can put like fuel in this one and bitumen in that one. Right, let's see what's going on here. Sometimes this actually tells you what the problem, gives you a clue. So if I click that question mark there, it's telling me something's wrong around here, and normally it's a signal facing the wrong way, which it is. Look at that. I think it is. Yeah, because this is two. Where are we here? Yeah, that's 2 ups. So this one should be facing the other way. So that's simple. Click that. Yeah, look, I've got 2 ups. I need to change that one to a down, and then it should get its knickers out of a twist. Come on, catch up. Yeah, there she goes. She's happy there. See, that's why I test these runs before I do anything, is just to make sure it all works properly. Signals are facing the right way. We do have... that could possibly be a problem here. Yeah. These should be two-way signals. Oh no, wait a minute. They're two-way there. Right, this one's facing the wrong way. So this one here, this is why it's best to check everything. Double check, 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 double check. So that one, it's got to be facing that way. Yeah. That one there's fine. That there's fine. Moving along. I better check the other way, because I'm probably got some arse around face this way as well, just to be sure. And I think I'm going to wrap up. I'm just going to get yeah, I'll do some work in the backgrounds before our next episode. Won't be live until next. We've got a live one coming up next weekend. I won't be doing these every Friday night. They'll probably be mostly on a Sunday night. We'll be doing the live streams, and a couple of pre-recorded stuff in the week in between the live ones as well. So yeah, this has been a bit of a marathon today. We've got quite a bit done. It's been I would have got a hell of a lot more done if I'd known what I was doing. That was it. We've not even touched the new mods that have been done in this game, anything to do with vehicles and that. I'm still trying to get the basic infrastructure sorted out, as you can see. But right, so far so good with the signals. Yeah, just check again on there. That's fine. facing the right way. I want to know if this works, if the coal train is in its terminal here, and if this avoids it by going around it. This will be the test, if that's the case. Oh, daylight is just breaking through by the looks of it, is it? Oh, we can see the lights of civilization of Bolokov Hills. This is the trouble, you see, you get carried away with a certain aspect to this, like the oil fields, and then you forget about what's going on back at HQ, which can be dangerous, because you have people, because we're so close to the border, just buggering off if they're not happy. Right, okay, signal's correct this way. We're coming into Bolokov Hills, and hopefully, if there's a train in the coal filling station here, this should have the intelligence to go around it. Well, it hasn't had a blue signal, so oh, it's just coming in. Something's just coming in now. No, it's not in there, so okay, it hasn't got that to worry about. I'm sure we'll be able to test that in a future thing. Right, for now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to base this back in the depot until we've got everything sorted out at the oil refinery end, which means, you know, we've got it's going to want to cross over, isn't it? Okay, let's wang one in. Confused it again. Right, because I asked it to come into here. I've only got an up line going in there, so I need to put one of them in just to get her into the... Right, hopefully it'll pick up on that. You can go in. Where are you? There you go. Yeah, that's it. She's not confused anymore. That should end up going into the depot. So I'm going to spend a little bit of extra time sorting out workers for the oil refinery, so I don't want this doing another wasted trip. In there, we know it works now. We've got the signal issues sorted out. That's the only way you get your signal issues sorted out when you've got a new route and a new train, is to try and run it first. Right, so there you go. She is now back in the shed. Right, let's have a quick check what's going on down here. How's our passenger train doing? Is it worth running this? 18 workers, okay. I think the wood business, well, one worker in there. In the actual logging office itself, God, no one's in there. That's why these trucks are sitting here. I think it's time we retire the wood business. We change this station. We'll get rid of all these planks. We change this to more like a food clothing storage depot, and our next task is to get some farming out in this area here, some fields out there, and we'll start turning crops into booze, food, and we'll have some livestock as well, and we'll start trading that. And the good thing with crops as well, you can get a clothing industry going as well. So I think we'll do that as well. Right, for now, folks, I think that's it. That's as far as we're going to go. We've been at it for 4 hours, well, 3 hours of the whole stream. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe if you're subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Thanks for joining us.